just trying to stream.
Right, exactly. Even if you're spending the whole hour of the stream trying to stream.
Entertainment's entertainment.
Right, okay.
YouTube recommended me like a match of high school volleyball, so that's what I'm watching right now.
I'm gonna delete this other thing. Live stream. Hello. We are live, right? I think so.
It's Japanese high school volleyball.
Yeah.
It's
That's great.
intense.
Okay, so I'm live now. We're live now. And I have you guys, like the audio, everything. It's enabled.
Oh, I can hear Ahmad.
No way.
Yeah,
Like, is it
Can
actually
you hear
like,
me?
like, is it actually
Stream,
going
can
through?
you hear me?
yeah.
Whoa!
There, it's working? Alright, so we just needed to, like, restart it then. Oh my gosh! Dude, that's so annoying. Why is this?
I'm yawning. That took so long.
I know, I hate how
Wow.
it's long. Like, it's literally like, this was supposed to start at 1 o'clock. 35
Oh,
minutes
yeah.
later. Oh my gosh. But yes, thank you. Just a simple OBS restart. Spy Gabriel, you're so smart. Thank you for freaking helping us out. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Gabriel.
Right. Let's see. Okay, let me delete the other live stream that just happened. And I gotta post about it on my Instagram too. If you guys want, post it on your Instagram as well. Help us get a little more people in here because we're gonna be answering some of your burning questions, some of your super fire questions. And man, this was a struggle. This was a struggle, but I'm glad that we've learned.
Here.
Yep, I'm glad that you guys are here. Should I start it off how I usually start off my videos? What's up, geniuses? My name is Adrian
What's up,
Rivera,
geniuses?
and welcome back to the channel where you learn to show your genius. Today we're live streaming with Ahmad and Prez. Say what's up, guys.
What's up, guys?
Ah, you both thought the same thing. So funny.
Why are you so rushing?
I'm tweeting it. I'm tweeting.
Yeah, tweet about it. Let's see. Okay, that's on private. Thank you for making that private. Okay, 2020 Vision Part 2. Maybe. I mean, actually, yes, that's definitely a plan that I have in mind. But is it in the works? No one knows. Not even me.
No one knows. Not even me, guys.
Yeah. All right, so
Not even me.
I'm gonna post about this live stream on my Instagram right now saying, what's up, guys? What's up, geniuses? I used to start off my videos saying, what's up, guys? Then that wasn't even that long ago. That was like 2 months ago that I used to go, what's up, guys? My name's Adriel Rivera. But anything big coming up, Adriel? That's a good question. I do have something I want to talk about later in the live stream that Ahmad and Prez don't even know about. This because this was an idea that came to mind. Remember, this is okay. So a little backstory for you guys. What me and Ahmad started, Ahmad and Prez, just me and Ahmad, not Prez. But what me and Ahmad and Prez have started doing, it was every week we would get together and like, you know, do this thing, what we're doing right now in Discord. It's just, we didn't use video, we just did audio. So, but we do this weekly Sunday sessions is what I called it. I don't know what you guys call it, but I call it Sunday sessions. So we started doing these Sunday sessions. I like your dog in the background, by the way, Prez. She's so cute.
Yeah, Bella's just chilling.
Right. And then so we started doing these Sunday sessions, and like, you know, the whole purpose of it was to just keep each other accountable for like our schedules and stuff. But like we started, and we've been doing this for like what, 4-5 weeks now. So like,
Something like that.
yeah. So we've been doing this like for that amount of time. And like we've, you know, we talk about some pretty cool stuff though, you know, like obviously we talk about our schedules, what we're gonna do, and like, you know, build up plans for each other. But then we get into some pretty cool conversations, and it's kind of like a podcast in a sense. But you know, I wanted to share that experience because that was like, I honestly love talking to you guys every week, and I wanted to share that experience with my audience, just to like, you know, give them an idea to do something with their friends that are trying to pursue the same things that we're trying to pursue, or like, you know, just like join us for this little session.
Sure.
Not saying that I want to do this weekly, but I just want to try it out, you know, and just have fun with it. Please make a video on music theory. I know some stuff about music theory. I wouldn't say I'm an expert at it, but like I took AP Music Theory and I only remember some stuff. So I'll get into the questions soon. We'll start answering questions really soon. But I'm going to post about this.
I would also
on
like that
Instagram.
video because I don't know anything about music theory.
Yeah, music theory is interesting. What's up,
I have to
geniuses?
take one.
We are live
I
on
have to take a music theory course at Berkeley.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Berkeley.
Check
Yeah.
out the stream.
They have Skillshare is doing like the 2 free months, so there's probably a bunch of music theory stuff on there. Skillshare is fire.
There. Okay, so we're posting this,
Live.
and that's it there. We really live out here. Hey, Adriel, I got you on music theory. Thank you, Spectrum. How about tutorials on melody? So, melody tutorial. Yes, I will post something about that. Oop, I moved my camera by accident. I'll post something about melodies very soon. It's like, you know, I just got to get my ideas together. So how I break down my videos is like I come up with like a note. I started doing this. This is a more recent thing I started doing, but I put down in a notepad, not notepad, but on like my Google Docs, like how I structure. I should talk to the camera. I put down in my Google Docs like how I structure like my videos. So like, you know, I have my my points that I'm gonna be talking about in the video, and that way I can record and it gets like my ideas across a little smoother. And I gotta do that for that video because I gotta think about what I'm gonna talk about, how to make a melody, because it's something that like when it comes to making a melody, it's something that just like happens naturally, and it's not like I'm thinking like, okay, let's make a really cool melody, you know. It's like it's just kind of flows naturally. So how can I translate that into a tutorial, you know, is what I'm trying to say. So let's get into the first question though, because like these questions too, like you guys, I want you guys to answer them, you know, like you Ahmad and Prez, like I want you guys to be able to like, you know, answer them and stuff. Also, we're on Discord and we're talking on Discord, but I have my Discord server in the description of this video or of this live stream. So if you guys want to join my Discord and talk there, because I haven't talked in like 3 months, and I'm sorry for like everybody that's like in my Discord waiting for me to respond. I'm going to respond after this live stream. So feel free to join, ask more questions there if you want to. Let's see. So first questions first. I'm going to be pulling up questions from my YouTube comments. So one of the live stream questions that I really wanted to answer is, let's see, is it possible to make pro music with stock plugins only? Now, Prez, you're like, you use beats and you like, you know, rap and sing over them. So like you basically only use stock plugins, but like Ahmad, you actually produce like, you actually, I'm not trying to say that you're terrible or anything, but like, you know, but you actually like make like EDM and stuff. Well, not EDM, but like you do, you know, different types of music, like you actually produce in FL Studio. So like, what do you think? Can you actually make good music with stock plugins?
Yeah, it's all about really the editing, because you may think that oh, I don't have this plugin, so I can't make the right, you know, 808 or right kick. FL Studio comes with a bunch of sample packs. There's Cymatics. They have a bunch of free ones.
Right.
But for the actual plugins, search up YouTube videos. Like I found Adriel on YouTube before I even met him.
Yeah, that's
even
so
though we went
funny.
to the same school.
Right. That is so funny.
YouTube videos. You just search it up. You say stock plugins. You can make EDM. Plugins are actually a lot easier than sounds, because if you have stock sounds, it's harder to use, like FL Studio stock sounds. But you can make EDM with FL Studio stock sounds too.
Right.
But especially like the VSTs, like with the pianos and stuff, there's actually a lot of like stock plugins that are actually pretty good. Like I've done full songs just on stock plugins, so.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do too. I use basically almost exclusively stock plugins in FL Studio because like you know, it's like you have like so many options there, and like I said like I did earlier, I did a whole tutorial, or not tutorial, but a video like all 115 plugins in FL Studio.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
I did that video, right, and like in the process of recording that video, like I realized how many freaking plugins there are in FL Studio and like how many things you can do, because there's just like so many different sounds that you can make with these plugins that are in FL Studio, and like it's just crazy, like because you like most of the time people try to find like, you know, like sounds that they want to use in like other plugins like, you know, Omnisphere or Serum.
Yeah.
But like FL Studio has a lot of plugins that help you make sounds. Like Flex is like basically kind of like an Omnisphere. I wouldn't say it's like
Never used it, actually.
Yeah. Flex is like a
GMS though. GMS be fire.
Yeah.
The basses on there are fire.
Right.
The bass lines that you can get on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has the essentials. Like you need a limiter, compressor, parametric EQ, like those. Like if you use them correctly, you don't need a lot more than that. There's delays and reverbs as well.
Right.
I think they did a really good job on the stock plugins. Like you don't really.
Yeah. What about you, Prez? What do you think? Do you use exclusively stock plugins in FL Studio to mix and master your songs?
I do. Actually, I rarely use Auto-Tune, but when I do, I don't even know what the name is.
Picture?
Of the one that I use, no, because it's not a stock plugin, but like.
Oh yeah, you showed me.
I rarely use it, so
yeah,
it's not that big of a deal. But also, I think, Adria, like you guys are saying, like the tutorial or not the tutorial, but the video that you did showing all of the plugins. I mean, obviously you did a pretty good job showing the plugins because somebody big noticed.
Right.
Yeah, so
that's pretty
I
cool.
think that just seeing all the possibilities in there, I don't see why it's not possible at all.
Right.
Yeah, we tried to use third-party VSTs. I have some like really retro like 90s like synths that I found. And they were free. Like they were like just these free third-party VSTs that people made like and they're pretty fire. So
right.
Like there's a lot of free ones too.
Yeah, I agree.
But like you definitely don't need them. Yeah.
Yeah. And then so I definitely think that you can make great music with stock plugins. And for the longest time, I've only made music, like my first songs that I've ever released were all done on stock plugins. I had not gotten any other plugins. And like, you know, so that is like, of course you can make music on FL Studio stock plugins. So another subject I want to touch on before we go to the next question is like my live stream right now is called Let's Reach 100,000 Subscribers Q&A, right? So the reason why I named it that is because like, so, you know, I do my whole thing with like the wall, like welcome back to my wall, you know, let's get a silver play button. So like, I honestly think that by the end of the year, I could reach 100,000 subscribers. And that's like a huge feat. Like, it's not easy, you know, like it's definitely not easy. But like, the thing is like, there is a lot of people that go from 0 to 100,000 in a short amount of time, or even shorter too. And like, you know, they like, there's like a whole strategy behind getting like your channel to grow. And like, the reason why I'm so confident now more than ever that I'm going to be reaching 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year is because I'm finally treating YouTube and like my music as a job. Like before, like I would say like, yeah, I'm an independent artist. Like this is my job. This is my full-time job. But I didn't treat it that way though. Like I would label it that way, but I didn't treat it that way. And it's because like now I post videos every Tuesday and Friday, right? So I'm constantly trying to make a new video, trying to do something to get like my content out there. But before, like a couple months ago, like even just a couple months ago, I was like, I was making only like videos once every month or like every 2 months or 3 months. And it was like, it wasn't that much, you know, like I wasn't actually pushing my music as much as I could. And I was slacking off. Like I was dead slacking off, you know? So like now that I'm holding myself more accountable for this stuff, like, you know, and I'm posting 2 videos a week, which is like a lot of videos, you know, to have per week, you know, like I'm seeing so much growth. Like in the last 28 days, I've gained another 1,000 subscribers. And it's like that's a huge number for like a month. And the thing is, it's exponential too. Like, you know, you're not going to, if you're doing the same thing consistently, you're not going to have the same numbers. You shouldn't be getting drops, you know, in numbers. You should actually be seeing an exponential rise. So eventually what's going to happen is like, you know, this 1,000 subscribers this month is going to turn to like 1,500 next month or 2,000 next month, you know, and then eventually that turns into 3,000 and 10,000. And like in the span of a couple months, you can go from 0 to 100,000 if you're doing that consistent and treating it like a job, you know, and like that's what I'm trying to get at now and trying to do now. And like the whole bit like about telling people like, you know, like like, welcome back to my wall, you know, like, subscribe so we can have a silver play button, like, you know, come join us and like be part of like this, like, be a genius with us, you know, like, show your genius. Like, that's that whole thing. Like, I've seen comments before in my videos that's like, I feel like you do a little too much self-promotion, but it's like, I have to do self-promotion because like nobody else is going to do it for me, you know, like, I have to say in my videos, like, subscribe because you know, like, nobody else is going to tell you to subscribe for me, you know. I have to be my own like marketer. So like that's the reason why I have this live stream labeled "Let's Reach 100,000 subscribers." Not to like gain 100,000 subscribers during this live stream or get any new subscribers during this live stream, but like to like expand on that idea, because I want to do this Q&A, but I also want to like talk about that because I do have plans for that in the future. And like I said, I have, like I told you guys earlier, I have like a plan, like an idea that I haven't told you guys yet, and I haven't told anybody yet, and I want to like announce it in a sense like on this live stream. So, you know, that all relates to what this is. So, but anyway, I want to go back to what people are saying in the stream because I haven't checked the chat in a little bit.
Oh yeah, Gabe roasted you, Brez. He was like, "Why didn't you use one of your mics for the live stream? Ahmad is clearer than you, and he doesn't even rap."
Hate to see it. Here's the thing. I tried, but ever since we restarted the Discord, it's not popping up.
Yeah, I'm using a blue snowball, so it's just USB, pretty simple, but it works.
Bro, low key. I'll be right back.
You know, X for his first like 10 songs used the blue snowball, so
Right, exactly. I used to have a Blue Yeti. Actually, you know what? The Blue Yeti is like, I think $125. The USB version.
The AT2020 is the same.
Right.
Same price.
Right. The mic I'm using right now is $100. My mic that I'm using right now is cheaper than the Blue Yeti that I used to use, and I prefer my new mic like way more. Like, okay, the thing is, this is an XLR, so I have to buy an interface. So technically, it's like $200. I use the Shure SM58, right? So it's technically like with the audio interface and the microphone together, that's like about $200. But the mic itself is like $100, and like I love this mic so much better than the Blue Yeti because, especially with the audio interface, I can adjust the gain however I want that. So like it's not always picking up. Because the one problem I had with the Blue Yeti is that it was always picking up gain. Like no matter, even if I had the gain super low, nope, you hear everything in the room, you know. So like I use the Shure SM58, and like honestly though, when it comes to equipment, like I always say this in my videos, it's like it's about the knowledge that you have, because like my old songs that I made with this sound nowhere near my new songs that I make with this, and like it's the same equipment, nothing's changed. It's just that I've learned more, you know.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
That's something about YouTube that I learned back in the day. Like I had what you really have to focus on, like at least YouTube wise, is just having like good like legibility. You know, like if they can hear you fine and they can see you fine, then it's good enough, you know?
Right.
And then the rest is leeway that you can just use, you know? You can use your phone. Like, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Do I sound better now?
Yeah, you sound, I mean, I didn't think you sounded bad before.
I thought you sounded like a webcam. You sounded like a Zoom call.
Oh no!
Sorry,
I can't.
It wasn't that bad though. You're good.
So yeah, you sound. I mean, you sound good though. Somebody asked what?
How do I get started to properly learn production? I've got FL Studio, and right now I'm just messing around with the various instruments.
All right.
I'll definitely say there's videos on like just the overall interface. Adriel here has some like. He was releasing some like basic tutorials where like anyone can like kind of get into FL Studio. Music theory, I would say, because you said you were messing around with the instruments.
Right.
I found that when I started, like there's so many instruments and I'm just like randomly playing on them, but I don't know what to do with them. So just a quick video on like music theory and how to make melodies. So
yeah,
I'd say that. So melodies, learn the interface, so you can learn how to make stuff together. YouTube tutorials, number one.
Right, I completely agree. Like, learn as much as you can. I think this is how I view it. You should, when you're beginning, learn 50% of the time, and then put 50% of that time into action. So 50% you're gonna be learning about tutorials, like learning how to make music, learning like, you know, how to, like if you're planning on being an artist for it, learn how to market music, right? 50% of your time. Let's say you have 4 hours in a day, like you do other stuff, but 4 hours in a day of free time to learn to do stuff on your music. 2 hours learning about that stuff, 2 hours putting into action. So use the things that you learned to put into your new songs, to put into your marketing, stuff like that, because that 50-50 like, you know, rule is going to push you like a lot. And then once you finally become good, like at what you're doing, then that's eventually going to like just naturally turn to 80% of the time you're like working on your stuff, 20% you're learning. Because right now, like I'm not saying like I'm a pro, you know, like I definitely don't think I'm a pro at like, you know, like I think I'm pretty good, you know, like I'll admit like I'm pretty good, you know, but like but like,
oh,
you know,
getting cocky now.
I'm getting cocky now. Wow. Sorry, it's the truth. But like, you know, like I've gotten to a point where I feel I'm so comfortable with like my mixes and stuff that I spend more time mixing and mastering than I do learning about it now. But at the beginning, it was all my time learning, and then putting it into action, you know.
Do you get a decent income to pay your bills, Adriel?
Do I get a decent income to pay my bills? I wouldn't say it's decent, but I do pay my bills through my music, which is pretty cool. So like I made an entire video about this, like how much money do I make as an independent artist? That was 6 months ago that I made that video. And in that video I said I made like $206 or something like that. Now I make more, you know, I make more money now, which is pretty cool. Cause like, you know, I'm continuously like building and building and building and building. But I have to pay. So like now the difference between then and now is that now I have to pay for a car. I have to pay for my car. I have to pay for my phone, right? So like this is a monthly thing that I have to pay for. I have to pay for QuickBooks because like QuickBooks is like it keeps account of like, you know, your expenses and stuff like that. So for when taxes come around, once I start making enough that I have to pay taxes, like, you know, I'm paying for QuickBooks to keep track of that stuff to make it easier because I'm confident that I'm going to be making more than $10,000 this year from this stuff. And I'm not like, you know, I don't like, I'm not going to go into detail about that, but I'm confident in it. So like I'm paying for QuickBooks, my car every month, Spotify every month, right? Like, and by that I just mean like Spotify for listening, and like my phone every month, right? So I'm paying for like a couple things every month, and like I'm making enough to pay for that, but then also kind of like spoil myself sometimes. Like I have here, right there, my Switch. I bought myself a Switch and I got all that from doing my music, which is awesome. But yeah. One thing I will say though, having those things, those bills to pay, is pushing me more to make more because like now I can't slack off. Yeah, exactly. If I slack off, my credit's gonna go down. You know, like I'm gonna screw myself over. So I can't. You know. So, but yeah, like I'm making enough right now.
I don't have enough like stakes. Like if I don't make this, I'm like I can just pick up a job whenever. You know.
Right.
Like. But.
Yeah, with me, I'm trying to fund my project that I'm doing right now, which is, it's got a pretty sizable budget. And at the time when budgeting it, you know, I figured I'd be working throughout and getting money that way. And, you know, I thought everything would be good. But I wasn't able to work. So I actually just got a job at Menards to pick up that slack. So I'm working at Menards. And then when my other job opens back up, hopefully I can balance the two and still do online school. But I guess we'll see. But yeah, because I have to pay for the things that I want to pay for this project. I was like, I need to go get a job. I can't just wait because then it's not going to get paid for in time. And, you know, I don't want to do that. So I think you're right. Like the pressure definitely helps out.
Right. Yeah. Like Rhett and Link. So Good Mythical Morning. I don't know if anybody watches them on here, but like they're this YouTube channel that like they basically have a show on YouTube, like a TV show on YouTube. And like their upbringing though, they're like in their 40s. So they're like, they've been doing this for a long time, but in their upbringing, like they had a show that they did like for a TV network. Then that show got canceled. And because that was basically what their income was, they had to figure out another way to get that income. And like, so they continue to do what they used to do before that show, which was make commercials for people. Right. And, make YouTube videos. And at the time when they were doing YouTube videos, you didn't get paid for it, but they were still like continuously doing it, and like so that they can expand their audience. And like one thing that Rhett, because I listened to their podcast, they have the show on YouTube, but then they also have another podcast, like a separate podcast. And I was listening to their podcast, and the Rhett, one of the guys, he was saying how like he was like, if you want to make sure that you're he said if you want to make sure that you're like determined, like have kids, because like at that point you have somebody that relies on you, that like you're responsible for. It's not like a kid can go on their own and like, you know, like, and I'm like, obviously he was joking around though. Done. Yeah, like he was joking around. Don't have kids, like, you know, but like if you think of it that way, like, you know, you need to do this, like you have stuff to, you know, like you need, like once it gets to that point where it's like you have to do it or else something bad's gonna happen, like, you know, like you can't slack off. And I think for me, what really like turned was having to pay for my car. Like I started paying for my car like not too long ago, and because of that I was like, all right, now I got to figure out how I'm going to be paying for this every month, you know, because that's a big deal. And like if I don't pay for my car or my phone, in that fact, for the fact too, like my credit's going to go down, and that's going to like, you know, mess stuff up. So
that ain't good,
right?
Yeah,
you need that credit.
Got any questions, my guy?
Well, yeah, I got some more questions here for us to answer. So and I forgot to say the first question that was asked, but it was from Neo Pepper. So this question is from Lazarus, that one kid who does things. So he says, how do you stay disciplined and consistent with your goals?
That one's a hard one.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think you kind of got to self-reflect and think about it in a way that, like, the way that I think about it is, like, if I don't really want to do it, like, it's going to show. I'm not going to work for it as much. So I think and sometimes you have to adjust your goal. Like, if your goal is to do, I don't know, to make, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, but basically just, like, make sure you're aligned with what you actually want to do, because that'll make it easier, rather than just saying, like, putting a bunch of big numbers up there. Like, say something that's actually going to connect with you, that you're really going to want to do.
Right.
Having like an actual like end goal, like not just saying I want to be big, or, you know, I want to have a successful artist page on YouTube. Like, you can't just say that. You have to say certain numbers, because that'll help you to push yourself to reach those numbers.
Right.
And
exactly.
at the top of every year, I tweet out and put on Instagram my goals for the year. And that way it holds me accountable. And then the next year I show my progress. So, you know, if I don't reach those goals, you know, everybody's going to see. So I try to make sure that I've reached those goals.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting.
So, like, well, what about you, Ahmad? What do you got to say about that?
Me?
Yeah.
I think that if you solve the discipline part, like, that's like 50% of it, you know?
Right.
50% of getting there. Because if you're disciplined, like, you basically have it in the bag. Like, Adriel's pretty, like, disciplined, and so is Prez. So that's why they've been able to consistently put out stuff and grow. But I would say, in terms of discipline, first you have to want to stay disciplined.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you have, so it's kind of like a process. So first you have to want it. Second, you have to define exactly, like what Prez said, like real goals. And then you have to put something that you'll do every day for that goal. So every day you do something, no matter how small. You have to do it every day. Every single day you do at least one thing. And it could be small, but if you do that and make sure you're on that track, you never lose sight, you know, and it's better than doing like one big thing one week and never doing it again.
Right.
So if you do one thing every single day, you'll for sure get somewhere, you know, and every day you get a little better. And then after a year, that's 365 like improvements or evolutions, you know?
Right.
So that's what I would say.
One thing I forgot to mention at the beginning of this live stream is, like, I forgot to ask you guys to introduce yourselves, because, like, you guys are here answering these questions along with me, but nobody really knows, like, you know, I wouldn't say they don't know who you are, but like, you know, people that are familiar with me won't really like that aren't familiar with you guys, like, or might be wondering, like, who are these people, you know? So, like, for first, like, Prez or Ahmad, whoever wants to go first. Who are you guys? Yeah, Prez or Ahmad, though, like, whoever wants to go first, talking about, because I want you guys to introduce yourselves a little bit,
All right, I'll go first. My name is Prez Tegan Washington. I am a hip hop artist. I've been making music for almost 3 years now. Um, and yeah, I've put out over 100 songs in those 3 years, and just really been grinding. I'd like to be doing more on the YouTube front, but also like I don't know if that's really like I just don't think that that's part of me and my path. But I'm gonna keep working on it. But I guess that's me.
Right.
And me and Adria have collaborated many times.
Yeah.
On many songs.
This isn't the first live stream we've done. Yeah.
Yeah, that too. And they're gonna, the song's gonna keep coming.
Right. Yeah. And then like if you guys listen to 2020 Vision, Prez is the one rapping on there. That was our first collaboration together. But yeah. So then Ahmad, who are you? Who are you, Ahmad?
Who are you people? Okay. Who am I? Well, I'm an ex-Russian spy. No, so I actually started. I was in 8th grade. I started YouTube, and I did that for 2.5 years, somewhat. And from YouTube, I learned graphic design, video editing. So then I started doing client work for that for a couple years. I did some stuff for Prez. Did some like TikToks with Adriel. But right now, I'm restarting my channel. Ahmad Chino. I made some videos for it, and hopefully that'll take off. I also still am doing graphic design, and video editing, filmmaking, and I've been making my money through that,
right?
Like client work for that stuff.
And you've been like freelancing that stuff too, freelancing in general,
Yeah, and I dabble in all the arts, so I also like produce and make music too. Haven't released much, but I've been uploading on SoundCloud a little bit, so
Jack of all trades, basically.
Do you guys want to know something crazy that I haven't told anybody, but like one person outside of my family?
Yeah.
So you're talking about how like you're creative and you picked up on like more art things and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So during quarantine, I picked up a new hobby of painting.
Hey.
No way.
Yeah, like where is it?
Like,
that's mine.
Awesome.
Here,
painting is pretty fun. Like right here, I have like a self portrait of myself that I painted right there. Dreams, let's go.
Dreams.
Dreams.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
That's awesome.
It's supposed to be like building your dreams brick by brick. You feel me?
Oh,
right.
Bro. That's
cool. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like
that.
Like
I haven't told anybody. I just kind of started doing it. Like I'm gonna post on Instagram eventually, but yeah.
Right.
Those are the best skills that you learn just like from you. Like you generally just like doing it. Those are the best.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you're not doing it for any extrinsic reward. It's just you vibing. It's pretty cool.
So Spy Gabriel asked again. He said, "What was the biggest regret you have done in life or in music?"
Wasting time. I wasted. We talked about this. Like I'm hard on myself, so maybe that's why. But like I was a potato for so long. Like I stopped doing YouTube.
Right.
I think that's one of my biggest regrets, actually. Compromising myself for other people. I think that was the big reason. So like compromising myself in the way that like I changed up what I was doing. I hated it, so then I stopped doing my art. It was pretty simple, you know.
Yeah.
So compromising myself, I think that's my biggest regret.
What about you, Prez?
In music, I do not have many, to be honest.
Not being able to see myself perform.
Yeah, like I'm pretty happy with what I like my decisions that I've made. Like, obviously it would always be great for results to be better or whatever, but I think that I've made pretty good moves. But one of my biggest regrets in life, and don't laugh at me, is not seeing J. Cole in 2018. He was on tour with Jaden Smith and Earth Gang.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm not sure, but JID might have been there too.
No, JID. I remember. I was going to do it.
And it was like, and I just keep thinking back, like I could have saw all of those people.
Right.
And I just didn't, and it hurts. But
there was a Tyler Tyler the Creator, Jaden
Yeah.
Smith, and Gold Link last
Yeah.
year, and that's all that I listened to that whole summer, and I regret it. So I sympathize, bro. It's the worst feeling.
Hurts.
For me, I would say my biggest regret in music is like you said, being a potato. I have a whiteboard right here for the people that don't know. Like, and on my whiteboard, I have, "Thank God I was a potato," quoted from Ahmad.
Yeah.
Like, I wrote that on my whiteboard because like when we had our conversation talking about like, you know, potatoes and like being a potato, like I had a whole like the second half of 2019, you know, I was posting music and stuff like that, but it wasn't super consistent. And like, you know, like, and it like I won't be so hard on myself because it was like, you know, a difficult time specifically in my life, like, you know, for that end of 2019. But I kind of regret not being active on my YouTube and like, you know, like building that up, because even on TikTok too, like on TikTok, like I was getting like a lot of like followers and stuff, but I stopped that, you know, like, and one of my biggest regrets is just not being consistent and like not posting stuff. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm like being so consistent now, because like, you know, I realized how terrible, like how much I've screwed myself over basically, you know. Was that a ghost, Ahmad? Was there a ghost behind you?
Yeah, that was my little brother.
But like, you know, so like I've got, you know, I was upset with myself for being so like inconsistent, and like, you know, I'm trying to, you know, build that back up again and be more and more consistent, and like, you know, because the results show too. 1,000 subscribers in the last 28 days, that's a huge feat, you know. And it's like like, and plus like, you know, I got reached out to by FL Studio, you know, FL Studio like hit me up and stuff like that. Like, it just shows that when you're putting in the work, your achievements come, and they come faster, you know, obviously. So
For sure.
right, like that's my biggest regret, is just not treating it like a job all the time, you know.
Yeah. So no, because like we do have warrant, you know, to say like, hey, like we took that break, but you know, it was well needed, you know.
Right.
But I definitely we definitely got to be easier on ourselves.
Right.
Too.
That too.
Like, be like, thank God I was a potato. Like, I needed that. Yeah. Like, but I still, like, I know myself. I'm like, if only like I wasn't in that mental rut for so long.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely a regret, but it's like something that I'm content with. Like, it's fine, you know.
Yeah.
And like, let's say like the TikTok thing didn't work out. That's fine, because like maybe that wasn't just right for you, you know.
Right. Right.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So like, it's just fate sometimes has a way of just telling us where to go and where not to go. So.
Exactly. Yeah. And we have 12 people watching right now, which is pretty cool. So thank you everybody for watching.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Hello everyone. It's nice to meet you all.
Yep, it's super nice.
I know some of you guys, but
yeah, JOD is up. Well, hold up. Can I see who's in here through my? I don't know if I can.
No.
Me and JOD working on a part 2 to something possibly.
Awesome.
That's cool.
All right. So, next question. Let's see. Have you ever felt? Okay, so this is from 991 Stupid. Have you ever felt demoralized making music, lost of will? You know, your song Duct Tape sure does answer that right away. But what do you think you do to keep on going? So this is similar to like the other one. It's like, do you ever feel? I don't know exactly what you mean by like demoral, or what he means by demoralized. Yeah, but like, I guess like lost of will, you know. So like, how do you do I ever feel like this isn't, I'm assuming, like right for me or something like that?
Yeah, no. It's a form of resistance though, because what I noticed is sometimes like it's only when I start doing work that I'm like, oh my God, you know what if this isn't right for me, you know, what if this isn't the direction for me. 9 times out of 10, that's an excuse, you know, like that your brain is trying to tell yourself.
Yeah,
our brains always try to prevent us from doing work because it's hard. So that's one of the forms that it does it sometimes, you know. Other times maybe you do have to try something new. But what I found personally is like every time that happens to me, that's a signal that that's the way you should be going. Anywhere where you feel resistance, like your brain telling you like, hey, don't go there, you know, like maybe that's not right for you. You start beginning to doubt yourself. That's your brain, like, you know, that's how you know you should go there. So,
exactly. Yeah. And then what do you think, Prez?
I would say like I lose like motivation to like maybe make a song or to post on Instagram and stuff like that, like little things like that. But honestly, I've put in so much work and just the headspace that I'm in. Like I never sit down and I'm like, I wonder if this is for me, because like in my mind, like I'm bigger than Drake in a decade. Like in my head, that's just how it works, and like I don't know what to do about it. Like that's just how I think.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel it when I'm making like music. Sometimes to be like, I don't feel like writing right now. And with that, I think it's okay, like we were saying, to be a potato and like take a break. But it's like when they're talking about dieting and sweets. It's it's not that you have to avoid sweets all in all. It's that you just have to measure them and monitor them. Like I think breaks are cool, but you just have to make sure that it's not for too long and that it's for the right reasons. Like if you're just sitting around doing nothing for months on end, like sometimes maybe you needed that, but other times maybe it's just you being lazy. So you just have to, I don't know, I think you just have to tame your own headspace. And Russ's book is great good for that.
Right.
Yeah. Russ's book is it Get Out of Your Own Head?
Yeah, I have it up there actually on my shelf too.
Mine's behind me. Yeah, right. That's a great book, and he talks a lot about his delusion. He was like, I just knew that it was going to happen, so it was never a questioning. It was just like, when is it going to happen?
Right.
And he just keeps putting in the work. So that's the headspace that I'm in.
Right. And I'll answer that question really quick too, but I wanted to say Spectrum Music, Ethan, thank you so much for donating $10. I really appreciate that, man. Because I wanted to, I only asked if I could possibly join on your next live stream. Love all you guys. Thank you, Ethan. And of course you can join in, because I actually talk, like we actually talk, so like, yeah, I'm down. I just don't know when I'll be. Yeah, I don't know when like my next live stream would be though, because like I don't do these often. Like I said, the last time I live streamed was a year ago. It was over a year ago. That was when we did our interviews for music therapy and for the record. So,
bro, have you ever thought about maybe live streaming you, like live making one of your videos, like with all your mess ups and stuff?
Dude,
I think that'd be funny.
I'm thinking about live streaming like me making beats, since I have a beat store, and like I'm gonna start posting more and more beats. Like I was thinking of just like live streaming the journey of making those beats, Yeah. So yeah, but okay. So the question: do I ever feel like giving up in a sense? I guess so. If there's if there's ever been anything that I've been more sure about, is like my music and like becoming a musician. Like I found music, and over time I like began to love and grew a passion for it, and just the craft of it. And like I know for a fact right now, like I'm gonna do music no matter what for like the rest of my life. There's been so many people, like specifically people, like, okay, so there's people like people that I know personally that have told me, like, don't do this. It's not like a what do you say, like a logical reason, like it's not a logical job, like you can't really do this, and like, but even through people telling me like, no, you shouldn't be doing this, even like it's like, no, this is what I want to do, and like I know for a fact I can do it. And like I will say, like, even though I'm so sure, there's times where I feel like maybe I'm not going to make as much money as I think I'm going to make, or maybe I'm not going to grow as big as I want to, but it's like you said, it's just those, like that resistance that like you got to kind of overcome. Cause like, I'm confident that I'm going to, I don't want to be famous, but I want to be able to make a living and live comfortably, doing music alone. That's like, cause like, that's going to be awesome. Like, cause I love music, and like being able to make that my passion, like my job, like my passion, my job, that's awesome,
Yeah.
And like that's the whole reason why I do it, is because I love music. Like I can care less about like how much money I'm gonna make, because like I said, even if like there's times where I'm like, maybe I'm not gonna make as much money, or maybe I'm not gonna be as big as I want, but I'm not gonna stop doing music though. It's like like I just love music that much, and it's like, no matter how big or famous I get, no matter how much money I get, like that stuff. A lot of famous people say that they get stressed being so famous and having so much money. You know, it's like, how could you? But it's like, that's a thing, you know, like some people don't know how to handle that. And it's like,
Yeah.
I personally want to be living in a lifestyle where like I can just chill out, you know, and like, you know, don't have to worry about going outside and being bombarded by paparazzi, you know, and like, but like make enough money that I'm comfortable and I could like take a vacation whenever I want if I wanted to, you know. So it's like, but the thing is, like, sometimes I get that resistance, like you said, that like maybe I'm not gonna make it there, you know, maybe not, but like I still do it anyway because I just love music that much. And like I know for a fact at the end of the day, the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing right now is because I want to make music for my life, you know.
Yeah, I mean, because like I definitely thought that too. Like, you know what, like I'm not like, I've had this mentality for so long that there's such a big difference between being like popular, not popular, but like getting a good community / following on YouTube,
Right.
and me. Because I'm like I was doing YouTube with the mentality that I'll never really make it above 50, but I'm gonna try anyway. You
Right.
know, which is a really bad mindset. You know, it was really bad. It was really bad, and I think that's why I limited myself a lot. Like, it's just a limiting mentality. Like, oh, I'm not gonna try too hard because, you know, like I don't need to. I'm just gonna stay here. You know.
Yeah.
So having the mentality, because seeing you and you got to 8K, and I'm like, yo, maybe I could do that. You know. So like knowing that you could do something, like don't limit yourself in your mentality. I guess as corny as it sounds.
Right, and that's like half of success is being able to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, you've already lost, you know. Like
you're limiting.
You're right, exactly. Like just the fact of saying like, oh, I'll never reach 50,000 is gonna make you not reach 50,000. I'm aiming for 100,000, and like I'm projected to hit 100,000. Like if you go to Social Blade, it says that my YouTube channel is projected to hit 100,000 in 2 years, right? But the fact that I'm just like, I'm gonna hit 100,000 this year, you know, and I believe in myself that much that even if I don't hit 100,000, I'm still gonna be getting a lot more subscribers than ever. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So right. So it's like part of that self-belief is really what makes you like successful. You know, there's ghosts behind you, Ahmad. I see ghosts walking around.
Hello, brother.
Oh, you named them?
You named them. You named them.
You named them.
But
is it possible to make pro music with stock plugins? We answered this earlier.
We answered your question. I'm sorry that you weren't here for that. But yes, we said you can make stock plugins because we answered your question. Yeah. We answered your question. But let's see. Have you checked those beats I sent you, Adriel? Yes. Oh, actually, no.
Answer: yes, I did.
No, actually, I didn't yet. Okay. I didn't yet. I will check them though. I definitely will check them. I'm excited to check them. Do you think you'd be nervous? Yeah. Oh. No, sorry. You can read it. I'll let you read it.
Do you think you'd be nervous for your first performance in person? Short answer: no. I'm a phoenix. No. Prez performed. How was that for the first time?
Well,
or
like
a couple times.
I think I've performed a couple times. I haven't done a show yet, which I really wanted to do this year.
Bro, we were talking about that. We were talking about that, and then like the whole virus, and it's like, you know.
But like, I'm definitely gonna end up doing multiple shows next year, and hopefully hit different states next year.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, I think for me at least, when my first performance was at Homecoming, and they called my name out, and it was like a big surprise. I was not ready for that. And I just kind of went up there and did my song. And I wasn't nervous because I didn't have time to be nervous.
Right.
Like, they called my name, and I ran up there, and I did the song, and I did pretty well. But yeah, I think, like, looking forward, like, with the show that I do in the future, I think what's going to happen is I'm going to be extremely nervous leading up to it. But once you start performing, you're comfortable because, you know, music is like your safe space. So it's just... Yeah. You know, you're just doing a song like you do in your room. Like I did a Instagram live performance with my guy Alliance White a couple weeks ago, and I was nervous leading up to it, but as soon as the beat came on, it's like, this is what I do.
Right.
So
right.
I like nervous, beforehand, but while I'm doing it, I normally pull it off.
Yeah, and like not a lot of people know this, but I performed already before too, and Prez was there. Prez was there when I had my first performance ever. That was actually my songs, and like but the thing is that wasn't like a concert. People weren't there for me. I was just kind of like the background music, and like I was nervous because I think that's just a natural thing. You get nervous, but like you said, in the middle of it, you kind of like it kind of loosens up. Like you don't feel as nervous as you were when you first started. But I will say though that like I want to get better at performing because I'm not like I don't think like I'm like amazing at performing. And like by that I mean like not in the sense that like I'm gonna practice performing and stuff like that, but I want to get a band, like, and I've talked about this a lot of times. I want to get a band to perform behind me. Like John Bellion has like a band that he performs with all the time when he does his concerts, and he has so much fun because they're all his friends. Like his band is his friends, and like I want to get my
I got you, bro.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and exactly. And I've contacted my friend Connor. He plays keys like a maniac. That's crazy, Evan Fenney, like you've done a song with Fenney before, Frez. Like these are the times. I was listening to that the other day, and like so like he does drums though. Like he's been doing drums for a long time. So like I asked him if he would be down to like be like drums if I ever like make this band thing. He's like, yeah, I'm down. So like I got like some people like ready to go whenever I need them. Not whenever I need them because obviously they have their own lives, but like they seem pretty down. And like just the fact that I know them though, and they like share the same passion that I have, I'm gonna feel more comfortable because people are gonna be up there with me. And then two, I'm gonna go all out and just like have fun and like like do it because like I'm like I love making music, and being able to make music with people that are amazing at doing it. It's gonna be awesome. So how about you, Ahmad? I know you don't really like you probably don't have plans to perform, but
I felt it because I was gonna do a cover video for my Instagram. I have a couple covers ready, but I can't do them because whenever I record and I think about sending them, it terrifies me. So I'm still nervous. I don't know if I'll get over that anytime soon, but we'll see. I think performing a song that's mine. I think I'll find a way. Just get into it. I have a couple friends that I did like spoken word before, and I was nervous at first, and I would like stutter and stuff. But over time, like I got better. So maybe performing. It's like the same thing because that's a poem. That's something that it's very personal. Yeah. I was able to share that, so I wonder if I did a song,
maybe.
DJing though, I definitely feel.
Yeah, that's like DJing is interesting because you're performing, but that's also like the way you make music. Yeah, but let's see. So President Luna, which is Vera, thank you for joining the live stream. She's like my number one fan, basically. Thank you so much for joining. She said, what were your best experiences until now? So I'm assuming that's just like in general experiences. But if you want to make it music related, go ahead. So what are you guys' best experiences?
My best experience?
Yeah.
This call, bro.
This call. This is the highlight of my life.
I think my best experiences is when sometimes when I really get focused, I get in this creative focus mode, like a flow state basically, and it's the best feeling ever because you have this period of a couple weeks where you're just like a monster, you're just ripping through stuff. And I guess it's not I don't have an experience like graduation, I don't have sentimental experience days or something like that I really love.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have a graduation, but anyway,
right. Just dang, this sucks.
I don't have moments like that. It's just a period of time.
Yeah.
So I definitely think the getting in a creative field and really excelling at it, that's the best feeling ever.
Yeah. What would you say, Prez?
I'm gonna go music related. I also have a terrible memory, but music related easily. Well, no, not easily. Dang. My top two that are very, very close are The one that I was talking about earlier when they called me up on stage to perform at my homecoming junior year. Was it junior year, senior year? I don't know.
It was your
I
senior
still don't
year.
know. It was my senior year?
Yeah.
Okay.
My junior.
I don't know. So that, but and then the other big one was Late Night Drive, getting added to, thousands of Discover Weekly and Release Radars on my birthday.
Yeah.
So, because I released a music video the day before my birthday, which was a Friday. It was the 22nd. My birthday is the 23rd of February. So I woke up and looked on my Spotify for artists, and there I am with, thousands more streams. And I'm like, what just happened?
That's so awesome.
It was the greatest thing ever.
To wake up to that, especially on your birthday. Yeah. Speaking of that, like, because my best experiences in recent times for my music, like, same thing with you, like, something happened on my birthday. So, like, It was 2019, like, my birthday 2019, which is April 17th. I don't know if I should be putting that information out there, but some people already know. So on April 17th, I get an email, which, like, I know I'm sitting I was in school, senior year, sitting at the lunch table, get an email on my phone, and it says, like, from Daniel from DistroKid, he was, like, talking about, like, hey, we want to sponsor one of your videos. And I was like, holy shoot, like, dude, this is DistroKid. And, like, the funny thing is, like, I love DistroKid, like, and I say that in my videos, but, like, I genuinely love, like, the service itself because they actually care about their artists and stuff like that. And, like, I remember talking to my brother in the car when we were driving somewhere, like, before all that sponsorship stuff ever happened. I was talking about sponsorships, and I was like, I would really only promote like, products that, like, I personally, like, agree or love. And, like, I was like, if DistroKid ever hit me up, like, I'd be like, like, promoting them because I love them. And, like, they hit me up, and I had 3,000 subscribers at the time, so I'm like, what, is this real? And, like, I had to double check. Like, I looked at the email and everything like that. Like, is this a fake email? What is this? But no, it was actually, like, like, it was actually DistroKid. And and that was the first time that they've ever come to me. But we've done multiple stuff together. And, like, now I'm featured on their like, social media. Like, my face is on their Instagram page, which is amazing. And, like, the fact that they recognize my work, especially since, like, so when I was such a small channel, the fact that they recognize my work, but they keep coming back to help me out, and, like, like, dude, it's just so amazing. Like, it feels good to be recognized for what you're doing, and, like, the effort that you're putting out there. But, like, and it shows you, like, your work is paying off, and it's just it's so nice. And then, like, 2 weeks ago, FL Studio, like, they contact me too, and they're like, hey, like, we want to, like, we saw your videos, you're doing, like, great stuff, we want to, like, we want to collaborate with you. I'll just put it in that terms because collaborate right, it's confidential, but and they hit me up, and I was like, yes, of course, like, because it's FL Studio. I've been using FL Studio for years. That's what my whole channel is based off of, and for them to recognize me, like, your clout goggles.
Thanks, man.
Right, but, like, it's just it's like an amazing feeling, and that's definitely, like, one of my more favorite moments.
Yes.
Prez, you're frozen. You're, like, frozen.
He looks so mad.
I know. I was like,
wait, am I still frozen?
Yeah, you're still frozen. If we can hear you, but you just look mad. There you go. There you go. Yeah. There you go. You're good now. All right. Let's see. What's the next thing? So, Spectrum, I still haven't made 100 subs yet, but I've also been off the radar besides releasing tracks. Yeah, the first 100 subscribers is definitely, like, the hardest to get. Like, because, like, that's the initial, like, startup, the first people that are going to believe in you. And, like, to get those first 100 people to be behind you is, like, definitely the hardest. But once you reach that first 100, after that, it's going to be easier and easier and easier, and, like, it's just a snowball effect. So, keep working, releasing stuff. Would you say? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh no, I'm reading a comment. I want you to say your things first. Okay. Before.
No, I was gonna say for my 100th subscriber, I was in a live stream with someone else, and there was this guy in there with he was a YouTuber that I really, really liked. I idolized. I watched all his videos and stuff. He had like 200 to 300K.
Right.
And I was like, oh my god, guys, like I just got like 99 subs, and like everybody in there, like, kind of knows me. I'm always, like, in the guy's streams. So then he was like, "Oh, I'll be your 100th then."
That's so cool.
You see, Prez?
Oh yeah, dude. your webcam keeps on. I'm pausing, dude.
Oh my god, bro. Sleep. I didn't even notice I'm talking.
That's so funny.
Bro, I'm gonna get exposed.
I know you're getting exposed left and right.
I'm saving all of these freezes, bro.
It's so funny.
That's hilarious. I'm just talking about this, and like I look over, and oh my god.
I know. Okay, so
What's the?
but yeah, that's super dope though. You know, having those big people recognize your work, that's amazing. That's an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
So, would you say having a few positive comments feeds into the positive energy to drive you forward? Prez, you froze again. Dude, what is going on?
This one isn't that bad though.
This one's not that bad. Maybe you should just stay a frozen picture. But
Why did it keep happening?
I have no idea. I'm wearing a Prez shirt, by the way.
He looks like those like rappers on Instagram that are like, "I'm in my feels."
Oh right.
They look up, you know.
Right. But let's see. So
you said few positive comments.
Yeah, feeds into the positive energy to drive you forward. Yes, I definitely think so.
For me, no, but for most people, yeah.
Wait, what was the question?
So it says, would you say having a few positive comments feeds into the positive energy to drive you forward?
Yeah. Positivity. We love positivity.
Right, but I'm interested. Why do you say that, Ahmad? Why do you say that doesn't drive you forward?
It's hard to explain, but like if I get a bunch of positive comments or something, I'm like, oh, I did it, yay! Like I got the dopamine response, so I won't like I don't feel a need to do it again.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I'm like, oh, I already got their recognition, like I'm good, you know.
Yeah, Prez keeps pausing, dude. His webcam keeps glitching out. What's going on with your webcam, man?
I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay. You can stay that way.
But when it comes to anything else, like when it comes to my work, you know, that's how it is. But when it comes to anything else, like it's the best thing, you know.
Right.
It's the best thing. And I always leave comments on all my friends, like pictures, whatever it be, Instagram, Twitter. I always leave a comment on one of those people.
Yeah.
You know? And sometimes like I comment and they won't even reply.
Yeah.
Like, I was nice to them. They don't even reply. And it hurts, but like I still do it.
Yeah.
Because positivity makes a huge difference.
Yep. What's going on with Prez? He's like switching angles. He's like, what the heck is going on?
I switched from my webcam to my laptop webcam. Oh, we're gonna see it doesn't pause. I mean, it looks less nice, but at least
How's your internet connection?
Probably terrible.
Yeah, because you're still frozen on your laptop. It's alright though. Okay, so I would say that definitely like the positive energy that everybody leaves on my like comment section, like it's such a good feeling to like like have that positive energy, like and
on
like
YouTube,
exactly right, and like that, like it's so awesome when somebody says like, dude, like your channel's underrated and stuff like that. Like it makes me feel good. And like like I said, I don't care too much about being famous. So like being underrated, like if I have like 100,000 subscribers, but like I'm living comfortably, like and I'm inspiring people. So what, like I'd be happy. Yeah, and it's like
me and my friend, we were streaming. I think it was like a month ago. We did some streams for Valorant. I don't know if you know that game.
Yeah.
But we were like, I don't want to get big. Like he's in esports, so he might want to get big.
Yeah.
But like both of us, we were just saying like we don't want to get big. We just want a community, like a loyal community. You know?
Exactly.
They're all centered around just chilling and
Right.
It always comes from the content you make. If you make that kind of content, you can have it.
Exactly.
But there's a lot of YouTubers that like they'll be streaming, they make videos, they just have a loyal following. I think that's like the best.
Exactly. Yeah. And like when people leave those positive comments, it's just like this is who I'm doing it for, making somebody's day a little better. So let's see, what's the next thing? TJ said he was just hopping in before he got into a call. So
Oh,
thank you for
President
hopping
Luna
in, TJ.
asked, What's the hardest part about starting to make music?
What's the hardest part
Starting.
about? Yeah,
What's the
dude.
hardest part about starting to make music?
Yeah,
That's
starting.
a good question.
So with me right now, what I'm struggling with, like I was telling my brother, is like I'm running out of ideas for music, like in songs. Okay, because like I've been focused so much on my YouTube and like doing YouTube videos, I haven't had too much time to work on a song, and I like it's weird because that's the thing that I love doing, and that's what I'm doing this for, but I haven't been able to work on a song in a while, and I want to work on music, and I tried making beats, but like I feel like I haven't done it in so long that I'm like forgetting how to make music, and like. So I'm trying to approach it differently now, and I'm gonna try to make some songs with my guitar and things like that, because I was able to make Carried Away on my guitar. I made another song that's not released yet that I just have there until like figure out like I know what I'm gonna do with it, but I haven't started it yet. But I have another song that uses guitar, and I made that like with guitar, and like I used to just do keys all the time and make chords and keys, and I could still do that, but it's just like I feel like using guitar now is like making it a little more like easier, to like express some different sounds and things like that. So
there's a lot more that you could do with a guitar note than what you can do with the key. The key you can just press it, or you can long press it, or you kind of like let go, but a guitar you can like bend it, you can do like solos and stuff like that.
Right.
I definitely like guitar.
Yeah.
But in terms of hardest part about making music, for me, it's well, for me at least, it's releasing it. Just the fact that you're making something that, like we all have criteria. Like we see good songs and we know like we have like good taste.
Yeah.
So we look at our own song, and we're like, this isn't good enough. Like so overcoming that gap. Where you're like, this isn't good, but I'm gonna release it anyway. I'm gonna keep releasing it even though it's bad. And it will be bad at first, no matter who you are. Drake was probably horrible at first. So yeah, that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Once you get over that, then it's just putting in the work.
I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, like what Ahmad said, the way that I did it is I kind of transitioned into like what I'm doing now. So when I first started, my first few songs I just put up on SoundCloud and actually a site called BandLab, and I never told anybody about it. Those are just my first couple of songs, and then eventually I told my lunch table, and then eventually I started putting it on social media, and I just kind of went in those different phases, and just kind of worked up, and I mean that really helped and worked out for me personally. But also a really hard part is realizing that like I don't know, just not feeling like the world owes you something. Like don't think, wow, this song is so fantastic, I should have 1 million streams tomorrow. Like that's just not how it works. If that happens, that's awesome, but you shouldn't expect it. And just working hard to make sure your songs do get heard and figuring out different ways to get your songs heard is the big thing that artists never stop working on. I'm working on a heavy right now with planning my project. So yeah, just making sure that your music doesn't fall on deaf ears, and also not being scared that not falling on deaf ears.
Right, and like I completely agree with what you're saying, because like especially about the part where like when you upload like a song, don't expect it to make so much streams in the first day, because there's lots of times even now I'm like, this song is gonna do really well, and I'm like expecting it to do. Hey, look, you're back on the webcam. Like because you've been gone on the webcam for a while. It's been loading the whole time, and now you're actually there.
Oh, what the heck?
Welcome back.
Oh, that's awesome.
But right, but basically like I expect some songs like Duct Tape. When I first released Duct Tape, it's doing well numbers right now, but when it first came out, like I was expecting it to do more, and I was thinking that song was gonna go viral. Like I was thinking like this is gonna be the one. It didn't. It wasn't the one. But like now it's actually like building up a little more and more, especially on Spotify. Like algorithms are picking it up, and it's like starting to be seen by more people. But like that took time. I released Duct Tape in September of 2019. So like it's freaking May now. In like almost June, like it's took so many months for it to like get 7,000 streams on Spotify, 5,000 plays on YouTube on just the music video, and it's like, you can't expect things to go well right away. And like Carried Away too, I was thinking Carried Away was gonna do really good. It didn't do as good as I thought it was gonna do. but then again, also I haven't been promoting it as much as I should have, and like that's another thing too. Like you got to be promoting it a lot, and like so you can't expect things to go really well because then you're gonna be disappointed. But you should be working hard towards it though, and like work hard to get it to like that point though. Like you said, like don't let your music fall on deaf ears. So.
And what inspired you all to start doing what you love? The President Luna asked that as well.
Yeah. All right. So, what inspired me to start doing what I love? I would say one of my biggest influences is my older brother, because like he got into entrepreneurship. So it's a funny story. So basically, like my brother, he started working out in like middle school, right? Because he started working out, he started looking up videos on like fitness, and he came across this guy named Christian Guzman that did fitness videos. But he was also an entrepreneur, and that opened up my brother to the entrepreneur world. And like where like my brother realized you can do literally whatever the heck it is you want as long as you put your mind to it and you figure out a plan. So once he started thinking that way, he started teaching that stuff to me. I wouldn't say teaching it, but it rubbed off on me. And like like he's like the one that told me like, Adriel, like like you're doing this music stuff, like keep going, keep doing it, and like treat it like a business, because like if you don't treat it like a business, this isn't gonna work out. So like I started doing that, and like I'm just now really really getting into that. But like he kind of opened my eyes to like the fact that I can be an entrepreneur, I can do what I love doing and then be successful at it because people have done it before. It's not impossible. And like like my brother is one of the biggest reasons why I continue to do music. And he's the one that tells me too. Like he's the one that told me like you should. Now I'm not. I don't know if I should say this, but he's the one that told me like you shouldn't go to college. You should just continue to just do this because you're doing well with it, and like you're gonna waste time not growing it, and going to college and like learning something else that you're not even gonna end up doing. But like because the money, one thing is like I know music. If I went to college, it would have been for sound engineering, But you don't need a degree to do sound engineering. Like people don't like that's not a thing in the industry. So I would have wasted money, wasted time, when I could have just been growing my YouTube. And like so like my brother is like just do this, do what you're doing right now. And like if if this doesn't work out, you know who to blame. Blame my brother. But like no, but like I think, but I genuinely think that way because like my brother really helped. Like he helps me with a lot of stuff. And like just last night too, we were just like having a conversation about my music and like like his stuff in the future. Like we talk all the time about like like business stuff, like business quote unquote stuff, like like just improving improving our lives, like we're always talking about that. So it's like he's definitely like one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to like what I'm doing, But I will say too, like what really made me know that music was the thing I wanted to do though, like I've been working on music for a long time and I love doing music, but like John Bellion, when I started seeing his like the making of videos where he would make songs behind the scenes, like you would see the behind the scenes, like the process of him actually making the song. It's not like he explains like, oh, this is what I did. Like, no, he was literally making the song, like it showed documented the whole process. And seeing that, and like you could clearly see that he loves what he does and he's doing it for the craft. And like he's having so much fun and making $1 million at the same time, which was like super crazy to think of. And like seeing that was like so inspiring to me. And I was like, man, like I just want to do that. I just want to be able to pursue what I love. Is my webcam like going a little bit out of sync? Hello?
No,
hello? It looks fine? All right. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just...
By 2 milliseconds. Oh no.
Oh no, not 2 milliseconds.
You're gonna have to fix that now.
Right. But what do you...
I love those making of videos by John Bellion.
Yeah, those are amazing. What would you guys say though?
Back in the day, I saved up to get a PC because I wanted to make online friends. That's pretty much what it was. That ignited it. So I wanted to make online friends because I'm like, oh, like I want, I want friends,
Yeah.
So stupid. And then my friend, and then.
It's not stupid. Everybody wants
right. Everybody just wants to be loved.
I made a Reddit account. I got a PC. I made a Reddit account, and I didn't make any friends. I thought I was gonna make friends, but I did. And then I had a real life friend from school who started a YouTube channel. And then he made the YouTube channel, and so many people were talking to him, and they were like, "Yo, like, man, this is so cool." And I was looking at it, and I'm like, I could do that. I could do that 10 times better than he is, you know?
Yeah,
Not
right.
really. I was like, you know what? Maybe I could do something like half what he is. And maybe that like some people will talk to me. So I made the YouTube channel, and I was already addicted to gaming back then. So it was perfect. I would do games and I would do videos on it, and just talking to people. And then from there, like to make YouTube videos, you would need to learn how to do graphic design. You'd need to learn how to video edit, and
Yeah.
I am like pretty good at teaching myself stuff. So I taught myself everything, and then my quality started getting better, and then I really liked it. You know, I'm like, yo, like, I'm making something. You know,
Right.
when I was a little kid, I used to play Legos all the time. So I think that kind of goes with it, like making something, and admiring what you made. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I shared that. I actually had the epiphany the other day that like I just genuinely enjoy building things. Like I always thought that like I don't know, ever since I was able to, but like putting together furniture from IKEA, stuff like that, like putting together a shelf, like that's I just love doing that for some reason. Um,
Mhm.
and so I thought it was just like a physical thing. And the other day I just realized like I just like building things from scratch. That's just who I am as a person. So I think that ties in a lot to why I enjoy doing this, making music and stuff. But it all started messing around with my friends in a hotel room at a volleyball tournament.
That sounds so like out of context. That sounds a little weird.
Well, yeah. But,
Me and the boys were in the hotel room, right?
yeah,
Yeah, messing around in the hotel room, me and the boys.
because my friend Jake made a song for his English project, and we were just clowning him for it. And then, I'm not sure how the conversation went, but I'm sure it was like, "Oh, well, you do better." And I was like, "Okay." And then we put on a beat. We made a song. We made a song the following night, and then we actually couldn't make any more because his voice was gone. Because during volleyball tournaments, he yells a lot. He's like a very expressive guy.
Yeah.
So his voice was done. But then once I got home, I was like, yeah, it was kind of fun. Like, I want to do this. So then I started making music ever since then, and I haven't looked back.
Yep.
But that's how I started. And I always really liked music and like hip hop music. I never messed around with making it before, but I always loved rap music.
I think it's so funny because like your story of how you got into music is such a simple story too. It's just like you were just hanging out with your friends and you just did it. That's what I love about it. It's just like it's literally just like hey, I like
started with me wanting to make friends. Like,
yeah.
It just kind of came about.
Yeah, so
it just happened. Yeah.
Yep.
So I think.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Hey, what were you gonna say?
Neil Pepper said duct tape is the one fire crown emoji. Listen to it every day.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that. Thank you, Neil Pepper. I appreciate you you listening to duct tape all the time. But yeah. So Tim Hunker, thank you. What's up? What's up, Tim? Thank you for joining.
WAM LLC.
Another thing I'm gonna mention in the middle of this live stream is that join my Discord, because we're talking on Discord right now, but I should, dude. What am I doing? I should have the Discord on my live stream, like the literal like link displayed. But anyway, join my Discord, because I haven't talked in my Discord for like 3 months. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna yeah, after this live stream, I'll hop on there and talk to some of you guys because I love interacting with you, and it's just like, why not join? Let's have an extended conversation. So, did you end up putting questions on Instagram?
I did not get any.
All right.
Sadly.
I'm sure if I put it, I wasn't gonna get any.
Yeah. So, I mean, I got
Instagram question.
Yeah, I got some questions that I'm gonna
To Instagram?
Yeah, I got some questions on Instagram that I can answer, but really quick, before I do that, I'm gonna put my Discord link. You're gonna see this on the live stream. You guys are gonna see me make this. Hopefully I don't mess up anything or put any sensitive
I'm gonna show your
information out
credit
there.
card info.
Right, exactly. Let's see. Copy. Okay. Paste, duplicate. I think that's how I do it, right? Okay. So now it's up there. Now what? Double click it. No. Yes. Hello. It just says intro music at the top. Okay.
Great entertainment.
Yeah. This is exactly what people came to this live stream for. Today I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to use Discord. Okay. Join the Discord, and we have like here. https://discord.
Wow.
.gg/gd. Yep. W9 UXN. That's it, right? Okay. All right, because this is exactly what you guys want, right? You guys want to watch us just tell people to join stuff. Yep. This is
They're
quality.
like, stop talking about the questions. I want to see you edit stuff.
Right.
On the stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so
Tim said, IDK, if you remember me, Adriel, but you and I like swapped info at Walmart in Decorah while I was working one day back in electronics.
Oh, what? So thank you for joining. I do remember you. It was yeah.
Me too.
I do remember that. That is so funny. Thank you for joining. I'm so glad that the business card was.
You were self-promoting in Walmart, bro?
Yeah, dude. I was self-promoting on Walmart.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining, Tim. I really appreciate that. Yeah, because he said, yeah, at Walmart. Because this is what happened. I went to Walmart because I was over there like visiting in Iowa, and that was when I was getting my Switch up here, where it's a display back there. I was getting my Switch back then, and so I had to buy the game. So this is what happened. In Decorah is a small town, right? So I went to go try to get a Switch in Animal Crossing because me and my girlfriend had already gotten her a Switch in Animal Crossing, and I was like, you know what? And this is the Switch Lite. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get myself one. So we went to go, but the Switch Lites were sold out, but the Animal Crossing game was still there. So we had to drive 1 hour to Wisconsin because like Decorah is like pretty close to Wisconsin. So I had to drive 1 hour to Wisconsin to get a Switch, but I got Animal Crossing at Decorah because I didn't know if the like Animal Crossing would be in Wisconsin. So Tim was there, and we were talking about his like Twitch streams and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? Actually, I have a YouTube channel and stuff. I gave him my business card because I have business cards. You guys, a lot of people don't know this. Card? I do. See, look, that's my business card right there. So I gave him my business card. Yeah. Pred's got some business cards there too. I have one of your business cards on my desk. It's in the kitchen. But yeah, and like that was so that's awesome. I'm glad that you joined, man. Yep. So thank you for joining.
Business cards.
All right.
What would I put on it? YouTuber/filmmaker/graphic design artist /producer /.
Literally, what I did was like the main things I do.
Person. I'm just gonna write person.
Person, right? So I did musician, producer, creative, right? Because creative, you can call yourself a creative. It's just somebody that creative means someone that is creative, basically. So I'm a creative, but yeah. So let's go into another question, though. Thank you for joining, Tim. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate that. Let's see. So I just want to ask you. So this is from 223 Mono Mayhem. I just want to ask you about choosing the right room for recording music. Thanks, and keep up the good work.
A closet. Boom.
There's so many different things you could say. Like people say a closet, right? Because you have your clothes in there, so that there's like less reverb. Yeah. But then people argue against that because there's like the closet's too small of a space. You're gonna have bass frequencies getting trapped inside of your closet space since it's so small. And it's like there's so many different.
Them out.
Huh?
it's easier to mute out bass frequencies than it is to mute out like reverb.
Right, exactly. And like that's the thing. Like me personally, like I record. Okay, this is weird, but when I record songs now, because like I moved, I have an extra mattress just sitting on my wall right there. You don't see it in my videos, but there's literally a mattress on my wall right there. And like when I record, I'm too lazy to put my acoustic foam up. Plus, I don't even want to put that up because I want to get new acoustic foam to fill that wall. But since I don't have any acoustic foam, I put that. I get that mattress, lean it against the wall, and then put my mic in front of that mattress. And it's such like it's a goofy setup, but it works. And it's like the same thing with the closet thing. If it works, it works. You know, like if people are like, "Whoa, the acoustics need to be a certain way," like you're not doing it right if you do like this way or this way. But it's like if it works, it works, and you get a good sound. You get a good sound. You know.
Yeah, I know YouTubers back in the day, they would say like, "Oh, go in a closet," or like, go into your sheets," and then like just like because they would do commentaries. But for singing, I know a lot of people like. There's this guy who literally built a desk in his closet.
Yeah.
And there's this guy named Hollow Point. They had a walk-in closet, and his whole setup is in this closet.
Yeah.
So fire. Yeah, it's pretty fire. But essentially, what it is just you want to like stop reverb. So go in a room with many things if you can't use the closet.
Yeah.
Acoustic foams, they're good, but like don't feel the need to get it.
Yeah.
You don't like. It's not a must. You know.
Exactly.
You can still record.
I was gonna say like acoustic foam. Oh gosh, acoustic foam hasn't like made a drastic difference. Like I use acoustic foam and I used it in my other house, but like the thing is like it didn't make such a huge difference. You need like a huge amount of acoustic foam if you really want to make an audible difference.
It needs to be all over the walls.
Right. So what's really important is having a room with carpet on the floor, a bed in your room, right? You know, I use this little vocal shield, and actually I think this helps a good amount if I'm being honest. So I have a vocal shield, but like you just need like, I guess you just really need like this, like just enough stuff so that reverb isn't super prominent. And the thing is too, is like, you don't need to drown out all the reverb in your recordings. Like you can have a little bit left and it's fine, you know? It's like, so you don't need to focus too much on making sure that there's no reverb at all. But you definitely want to have as minimal reverb as you can, and that's like the goal. So you don't have to keep going.
But also you want to be comfortable, like,
right?
You know, like closet's cool for sound, but like if you end up talking like not comfortable, or you start like, you know, like then that's even worse. So as long as you're comfortable in the zone, good posture,
right? And that's a big thing is posture, because like when it comes to like recordings, I used to take vocal lessons for like a year, right? So I took vocal lessons for like a year, and I want to go back to taking vocal lessons because I think I need them, because I was improving, and then now I'm like, I'm going back to bad habits. But like what you're taught is like you need to like have like good posture when singing. You need to be able to breathe, right? You know, like right, and then like, you know, and in order to get a good supported sound from your like singing, like you need to have that good posture and be able to breathe well. And if you're like, in a closet hunched under your clothes and stuff like that, like you're not gonna have a good recording. You know, that's why I always stand when I record. I never sit when I record. I always stand when I'm recording a song.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, you stand?
Yeah.
I used to stand a lot, but then I just started yelling. So I'm like, it's not. I felt like I was Logic. You know, Logic.
Yeah.
Like he puts his hands out in front of the mic whenever you record.
100% I do that. Like, man, sometimes I try to stand most of the time. Like if I'm doing a more chill song, I think because when I stand up, I feel the need to be loud and project. Sometimes I feel like I need to sit to record like a more chill song, and I'm a little bit more relaxed. But Adriel's right with the breathing and everything. And I know for me, like if I sit down and try to record something that I need a big breath for, because like, you know, sometimes I'll go on like little fast rap tangents. I can't do it while sitting down, because at first I don't have the same energy, but also just I don't get the same breath. So, you know, there's this part in a little upcoming song that I have, maybe called Late Night Drive 2, where there's like a super fast part, and like
I mean, I had to do it a million times, but like, I had to take the biggest breath imaginable and sitting down.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, just taking
So,
and then going.
I do want to say that for the people that are just joining now, I'm gonna keep plugging in my Discord because, like I said earlier today, you have to be your own self promoter. So join the Discord. You guys wanna talk afterwards? Feel free to join the Discord because I haven't been on in 3 months. I'm sorry, but like I will be on afterwards. I'll be on after this, and I will join you guys and see what you're talking about there. So yeah, Discord. It's like up there. It's up there.
Bro, Neo Pepper said, as crazy as it is, I'm from Africa and just wanted to say you guys are really a big inspiration to me and hope you reach your dreams. So
thank you, Neo Pepper. I appreciate that.
Right?
Yeah, it's so positive. Those are the comments that I live for. Being able to I'm glad that I inspired you to pursue something that you love, like, because that's like my ultimate goal, to spread that love of music and stuff like that. So thank you for leaving that comment because I really appreciate that. That's my main concern. Do you hear the rain? It's like starting to thunder.
Yeah, no, I just got a lightning strike, bro.
Yep.
Dude, it's
storming.
I actually love storms. I love like rainy weather.
Rain, bro.
Yeah.
Like those lo-fi songs where they add rain sound effects to the actual song?
Right.
Bro. That's fire. That's fire.
Right. And then also at the end of this, not at the end, but sometime during the stream, like I'll mention why this says let's reach 100,000 subscribers because I have a little announcement to make. But let's see.
Can we get the announcement like now?
Do I want to give the announcement now?
The anticipation.
So when did Kanye talk to you?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's Kanye. Let's see. Maybe okay. There's a tornado warning since you're mentioning the weather. Oh, show. My brother commented this, but it asked if I wanted to hide it.
I didn't get no Amber Alert.
I need to come downstairs.
There's a tornado warning.
I'm in the basement, so I'm good. But
that's a little scary.
Prez is on the second floor. So
I don't have a basement. I'm on my first floor.
You don't have a basement? You live in Illinois, bro.
That's true. That's a little scary.
Shouldn't all Illinois houses?
Shouldn't all Illinois houses?
It's okay, bro. Just dig a hole.
You're right. I'll go in the bathtub.
Make your own basement.
But what was I gonna say? Okay, let's see. How about this? I'll announce when the live stream reaches how many people watching. How many people watching?
I don't know how many have been watching because I closed it so my computer could run stuff because my laptop sucks.
Right. Like, there's 14 people watching right now, but how many people should I have watching until I announce? Like, I'm saying, like, I'll announce 15 people, but that's pretty soon.
Opens another browser.
I can continue on my phone, but I have to go downstairs.
I just promoted it on my Instagram right now.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, go ahead and secure yourself, Prez, and do it downstairs in the basement if you want. But yeah. How many people? 15 people are watching right now. So announcement. I'll say announcement at.
There's 15 people watching now.
Right. I didn't agree to that yet. I'll say an announcement at 18, 19. Let's do 18 people. So that's how many more? 4 more people. No, that's not 4 more. Oh, Prez. I'll say like when there's 18 people watching, I'll announce something. So let's type that in here.
Can you guys see me?
Yeah, yes. I can see you.
Oh man, I'm so big.
Switch the orientation on your phone.
Yeah,
I don't know how to do that, bro.
So it goes from portrait to landscape.
There you go.
There you go.
So, wait, this is better?
Yeah.
This looks weird for me.
Because it's on your phone, right? Yeah.
Your plastic surgeries are showing.
oh man, this dude's making an Amazon delivery with the tornado.
That's so scary.
I bet
Actually,
he's about to dip though.
I think tornadoes are pretty interesting. I'm actually.
Oh, my music? Oh, that's awkward. I don't. Oh, I have a SoundCloud. I totally forgot I had a SoundCloud. We can do that. We can do that. I posted a house remix, and then another like remix. I don't know if you guys didn't see it, right? Adriel and Prez, did you guys see it or no?
I don't think so.
I did not.
Okay. I'll forward it to you guys afterwards, but I did a couple remixes. I did a Madonna remix and then a Future remix.
Future? What Future song?
Move That Dope, where like with Pharrell Williams and Pusha. Oh my God, Pusha went hard.
I didn't put in the description your SoundCloud because I didn't really realize. What's your SoundCloud? Well, actually,
Ahmad Chino. I switched all my socials so that's all Ahmad Chino.
Ahmad Chino, all right. Yeah. All right. So, what's another question that we got over here?
Oh, I totally forgot I had that banner. It looked kind of dope. Not gonna lie.
Okay, so if we don't reach 18 viewers, then I'll announce it at the end of the live stream. But announcement at 18 viewers. So we get 18 people watching, and they gotta be. You can't hop on your second and third account. It's gotta be like legit, like 18.
But are you gonna know? Is the question.
Right, that's true. I'm just assuming because I respect you guys, and I'm assuming you guys respect me as well.
Now I have to close my browser now, bro.
Right. Right.
I respect you guys. I'm like, oh, I'm doing this right now.
GG.
Now there's 12 watching.
Yep, 13 watching.
Now there's 11, bro. Come on. Now there's 13.
Guys, we're talking about an announcement. Everybody's leaving.
Right, exactly. So, alright, so let's see.
More questions.
Yeah. Well, this guy says, Arena. I suck at Spanish because I don't speak Spanish, by the way, which sucks. But
are you Canadian? If you speak Spanish?
I have subscribed to you some time ago, and I hope you get to your 100,000 subs as fast and smoothly as possible. Hope I learn more with you since I just started. Best regards from Portugal. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I hope we reach that milestone too, which I am going for it. So I think we're gonna be getting there pretty soon. But I really appreciate you guys. And I love it when you guys leave me when you leave me some nice comments. It just makes me feel so happy. So thank you. I'm glad that I'm helping you. It means games arena. I see. Yeah. It's Portuguese.
I know Spanish.
You see how American I am.
I was trying to learn Portuguese because one of my covers that I was gonna post was a Brazilian song. So I listened to a lot of Brazilian songs recently.
Yeah.
So I was learning Portuguese so I can understand what they're saying, and it's really cool. It's like if French in Spanish had a baby that came out better. That's what Portuguese is. It's pretty nice.
Oh, I just saw a flash. Okay, so the next question, we're gonna go on to Instagram now because we got some Instagram questions. So we've answered the YouTube questions. And if you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them in the chat. If you donate, your question will be answered. You have priority. Thank you to Spectrum. Next live stream, I'll make sure that it's like a lot nicer of a live stream so that we have really like nice like things that happen every time somebody, because I wanna be able to appreciate you guys, show appreciation for the people that have donated. So Spectrum Music donated. Thank you so much for donating. We answered his question right away. So if you have any questions, I'll answer them.
You know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's see. What are some questions that we have on Instagram? So it says.
Yeah, we appreciate you here, though, Tim.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Yeah.
Big facts.
Yeah, I appreciate you being here, Tim. That really means a lot to me. Okay, so fun fact: Portuguese and Brazilians speak Portuguese, but they both understand Spanish. How crazy is that? I know that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, because it's very similar.
Ooh,
Very similar.
I think I just heard hail. I think there's hail, guys. That's a little scary. Low key. I'm gonna look outside real quick.
I think I hear it.
I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna look out. I'm not gonna go outside. I'm gonna look outside. Hold up. Let me have a peek.
Oh, there's hail. I'm gonna run out there.
That is a lot of rain.
Okay, I'm gonna check now.
That's a lot of rain. That's a little thing. You can hear it clear as day. Man, I know. That's... Hopefully it goes down. Because that is a lot. That's a little scary. My car! Oh, shoot. Hopefully my car doesn't get any hail. Like...
Hate to see it.
Right. I have insurance, though. That's another thing I have to pay for. Insurance. So...
You're muted, Ahmad. You're muted.
Oh, yeah, you muted yourself.
Okay, I don't want to talk about it.
Man. Yeah, it's a crazy storm. You got hail going on.
Oh, it's crazy.
But what was the question? How do you know what type of voice you want to rap/sing with?
Oh, that's a good question. I would like to know the answer to that.
I don't know. It depends on what you're talking about. I guess what the beat sounds like. Just what you're feeling. Like, I watched this video one time, and like somebody asked, you know, like how do you know when to change your topic in a song? And it's like, it's your creation. Like, you do whatever you want. Like, you can in one bar you can cover 3 topics if you feel so.
Yeah.
Like, it's all up to you. So just changing it up. I actually want to work on changing up my voice a lot more because I don't change it up that much. So that's something that I'm personally working on. But I know Adriel.
Lions are good at that, man.
Do you see the lights flickering? Dude, what is going on? I mean, I know what's going on, but like, well, gosh, that's now I'm getting nervous now, dude. Like, I don't want to end the stream, though. I mean, it's only for 20 more minutes the tornado effect is going. So, in 20 minutes, if we're dead, we'll know. But anyway, yeah, like...
It's like, I didn't agree to this.
Yeah. Right. Dude, oh my gosh, it's flickering.
Like Logic on Deeper Than Money, you know how like he switches up his voice? So I think having a versatile voice is definitely good. Like, using it as an instrument.
Yeah.
It's instead of just having, but then there's other artists that have a sound, you know, you know, and then they grow off that sound, you know. It's like, how do they find what their ideal sound is? Like, if they want to rap versus like do singing more, or if they want to, you know, like there's many different styles to go about it. So how do they know how to have like an iconic, you know?
Right.
This is more of a question from me to you guys, but because I don't know.
I don't even really know, because I don't think that I have that distinct of a voice and a style. I think more so what separates me is my perspective, and everybody has perspective, but I don't think that like my voice is anything crazy, or the way that I rap is anything crazy. I think it's more what I talk about. But I don't know how to like find your voice, because I guess I haven't really done it. But just making music that you enjoy and doing whatever you enjoy most. Like for the longest time, you know, I was making like more trap style music because, you know, that's known to do better. But with this next project, none of it sounds like that. With my next project, it's more soulful stuff, because there was things that I wanted to talk about, get off my chest. Everything just sounds more real. And it literally just sounds better to me because I sound natural. I sound like this is what I want to be doing. You know, sometimes when I'm making a trap song, it just doesn't come off as genuine because I'm not being as genuine.
Yeah.
So also honesty in your music. And some people can pull it off, but I think being honest in your music just makes it sound better. People can tell when you're lying.
Yeah, definitely.
I got 2-car garage.
I know.
No,
Right,
I
like-
got a 4-car garage.
I was watching this guy on Twitter that got a bunch of retweets talking about how, you know, he's got a Rolex on his wrist, and then you look at his wrist and there's no Rolex. And I'm like, why do people eat this up?
Right, and like that's I know, like I've seen a lot of people that like, you know, because I've heard a lot of music where people are flexing like that, and like they're nowhere near what they're actually flexing. And it's like when I make music, I always make music from the heart, you know, and it's like I use my own, you know, like okay, so sometimes I'll make a breakup song, right? Even though I haven't gone through a breakup, like, you know, it's like I'm still taking references from things that I've seen. Yeah, exactly, you know, and like I guess you could kind of use that as an excuse as like why, like, oh, I have a Rolex and stuff, but like I'm not putting myself in that position, you know, saying like I'm this way, you know. It's like,
well, that's like a blatant lie. Like,
right? Okay, yeah,
if you have a Rolex, but you don't have a Rolex. That's just a lie. But like when you're talking about,
no, but
like
it could be ideological.
Right.
What do you mean?
Like, you know, like people they put on this front like, oh, I'm successful and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's not even saying like I have a Rolex, but just like advertising yourself as like a self-made, you know, or like, you know, stuff like that, where they're just like, oh, I already made it, you know. I'm like,
Right.
no, you didn't. You have like 1,000 followers at most, you know. Like sometimes like they get like a little cocky, like you try to talk to them, and then they're like, oh, like, you know, they treat you like under, and I'm like, I have the same following as you do, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess like a lot of people, like, they just have to be genuine souls, you know, instead of having personas.
I understand that as a strategy. Like I would never tell somebody to opt for that strategy, but I do understand how it does work sometimes. But also, I see a lot of people that claim to use that strategy of just being of just giving off the persona that they're super successful. I've seen a lot of them also talk about, you know, their struggles and blah blah blah. Like you have to pick one. You have to be consistent with the brand.
Right.
You know, like you can't say you have nothing and then the next song says you have a Rolex and be talking about the same time period, because that's not how it works.
Exactly.
You know,
like Kanye didn't talk about himself being disenfranchised a lot of times. A lot of times he talks about other people, because he wasn't disenfranchised. Like he actually went to a private school in North Chicago, you know. He wasn't from Southside, but he never tried to make it like say like, oh, I'm from the streets, you know.
Yeah.
He didn't say that, you know. He was just saying like other people are. And
referencing like people, you know, talking about their story and kind of embellishing it to make it into a better story or a better song. Like, I totally get that. Embellishing, cool. Line, not. You know, they're very different.
Exactly.
Like J. Cole did that with his project. You know, it's all about other people, and that's definitely a good thing. Yeah, because not many they can't, you know. So yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think perspectives is cool when you rap from other people's perspectives and may cause you to change your voice a little bit of your tone. I think that's so cool.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, my lights are flickering like crazy. I don't hear the rain though. There's like not really much rain anymore or hail.
I'm scared because your brother was saying tornado warning, but I didn't get any Amber Alert. Amber Alert.
I was about to say I didn't either, but I just realized I'm using my phone as a webcam, so of course I can't see that.
I have mine right here. Like I should be getting something. Like phone, you're doing a horrible job at keeping me safe.
Right.
Well, Adrian lives
why I brought
this too, though.
Safe.
So it could be for over there.
Right, that's true. I mean, well, cause like I live like over there, and you guys live there, like so, you know. But we're pretty close though, so I feel like
we are pretty close.
Tavin said that you gotta.
You're not in Plainfield anymore.
I was never in Plainfield. Actually, I was. Yes, I was.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. But
hey, you guys want to know his address?
Right, just put it up there.
Just put it up there. No, there's that one YouTuber. They accidentally just posted their address, and then like people came over, and then they were like, "Hey, I'm a big fan," and then he was like, "Leave."
Yeah. I know. That's
it's getting bright again. There it goes.
Yep.
That's Illinois.
Right. Illinois, crazy weather. Anyway, so next question. Let's see. Let's see. What studio equipment do you think is a real big necessity to record? So what studio equipment do you think is a really big necessity to record? Microphone.
A laptop, a mic, a mouse if you don't want to use a trackpad.
Right.
No, I would say computer is a necessity.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Computer.
Actually, FL Studio Mobile is a thing, and you can record through that too. So
GarageBand on iPad too. There's a lot of bands that will
stuff?
You can.
Can you mix and stuff on
You
there?
can. There's a mixer on there. It's pretty
Well,
crazy.
then there you go. I would say then either computer or a phone.
Right.
I mean, I started on a phone.
Yeah, that's true. You did.
How much does it cost?
FL Studio Mobile? No, it's only $16 as opposed to like the freaking like $200, $300 you would be spending for FL Studio. Yeah. FL Studio Mobile, for the things that it has, it's like $16. Now, it's nowhere near as powerful as FL Studio, like, keep in mind, you know. But it's a good start for people that are just starting off. And like
Open Serum.
Right. Like dude, actually I made a video about like how to make music for free, you know. Like I was talking about like if you just really need like a phone and a laptop, or like, you know, you can even just use your phone. Like FL Studio Mobile. So basically this is what
Audacity?
Yeah, so basically this is what I showed a song that I made basically for free, you know, using Audacity and BeatStars. So you like what I said is like if you're gonna make it completely for free, go on BeatStars, find a free beat, you know, get it like, and then take it into Audacity, record in Audacity, and learn how to mix and master, because you can put EQ, you can put compression in Audacity. You know, it's not as clean as FL Studio, but it's a thing you can do.
There's something called LPC. I used it before I started using FL Studio. It's free. It's a DAW. And when I went on to FL Studio, the interface was familiar to me, you know?
Right.
So like it's basically like a fake FL Studio. But I could definitely see someone make like nice songs on there.
Right.
So LPC, I'm pretty sure it was called LPC. Yeah, I was actually going to make a YouTube video kind of like that, where I'm saying how to do graphic design without paying for anything for free.
Right.
Or how to make YouTube videos for free. Yeah.
You good, Prez?
Yeah, I'm just... Outside is really weird.
It's like, what's going on?
It's just like, it's all bright now. Like, you know, 30 minutes.
It's bright, but it's
still... live stream. And now I'm glowing.
Exactly. But, they said studio equipment. Like, what studio equipment do you think is a real big necessity, though?
Equipment.
So, like, I'm thinking, like, actual, like, yeah.
So, for mics, you could literally pay $25 for a BM800. That and a USB audio dongle. I used that initially for YouTube.
Right.
The one I got was actually a fake BMW. So this is a cheaper mic. That's $25, and I got the fake one. I didn't even realize. It was called like NW700. So that's why it didn't sound good. But if you get the BM800, literally like that's good enough. You EQ it right, it should be fine. So I'd say mic, laptop. You don't need a MIDI keyboard.
You don't.
But if you do, there's one for $50 I saw. That's pretty good.
Russ never uses a MIDI keyboard. He only uses his laptop. Like he uses the keys on his laptop as a keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Also.
It's definitely nice. But.
Huh?
Headphones.
Yeah. Oh.
Like I make headphones.
Oh,
headphones.
Good.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, you're right. Okay. So if there's one thing I do recommend.
$35. That's all you need, bro.
I would recommend. Yep. Headphones and speakers is definitely what you need for a good mix and master. Like I made a whole video about it already. Boop. You can check that out. But like, you know, I was talking about like the whole like headphone thing. Like, you know, I definitely think like audio, like since you're working in audio, you should be giving yourself something to like give you the purest sound that you can, so you can make the best mixes that you can. You know, so headphones. Actually, you're right. Headphones and speakers, like good speakers, both of them equally are the most important I would say like equipment for making
You
music.
need both?
I think you need both. I would say that you need
Really?
both. Yeah. I mean I can make a whole. I have made a whole song just only using speakers and never gone to headphones. I've made a whole song only using headphones and never gone to speakers. I would say headphones are a little more important than speakers because you can do those fine tuning, like mixes.
Yeah, no, I thought headphones are better. Like
But
you don't need if you have headphones, like why would you need speakers then?
because speakers are going to give you an idea of what your song is going to sound like in other places that people aren't using headphones for. So like speakers, like if I have studio speakers that I use headphones like basically like 80% of the time, 90% of the time.
Yeah.
But I always put my mixes on the speakers though to see how it sounds like when it's being played out loud like that, because there's stuff that doesn't sound right coming from the speakers. So I mix it, then make it sound right, come from the speakers, and then go back to my headphones and find the middle ground. So like I definitely think that you should have both. And also like if you have a desktop, you're going to need speakers no matter what,
No, I think I took that for granted because like I already have speakers.
Yeah.
Before. Not recently, but like a couple months ago, I picked up like 2 huge like bookshelf speakers. They didn't cost too much. I got them at like Goodwill because they're retro.
Yeah.
They sound amazing, bro. Because I got an interface for it too. Preamp. It's nice. It's analog, but it's nice.
Yeah.
Interface, definitely not the Scarlett. Scarlett's the best one, of course, but it costs so much, so I didn't get it. I actually got the, I showed you the. My brother's, but yeah.
Right.
Also talking.
This one?
Yeah, I remember you were excited about that. You're like, dude, I'm getting it. Like, I'm so excited. I remember it. Yeah.
It's amazing.
I'm glad.
This was under $100. This was $70.
Right.
It was 60 before. It was 70.
Yeah. But so let's see. Spectrum said headphones and speakers should be your first purchase when making music. Microphone would be next, then an interface. I definitely agree. Like microphone interface, yeah, because I prefer XLR microphones than USB microphones because XLR is basically meant for that, and so I would say get like an XLR, an interface, do that, but you can go a long way with just like a $20 USB microphone. Like I said before, it's really most of like, it's not how much you know the equipment, it's how much you know the knowledge behind making music. So
I was using the Rock Band, the Rock Band mic for Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used that for a good long time, and it was really good. It was pretty good. Like, I don't think I really like. It stopped working because I messed up the connection, the USB.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when I upgraded to the Blue Snowball. But I could have went a longer time with it.
Curtis
but
King.
Someone asked in the.
Oh, go ahead.
Good. Someone asked about the program Cakewalk. Do you guys know it? I searched up pictures of it right now.
I've heard of it.
No, I never heard of Cakewalk before. Maybe
it looks good, but you're saying because you wanted a free DAW. That's how you say it, right? DAW.
It's a DAW.
I
say DAW.
A DAW. Okay,
Yeah.
DAW. There's something called LMMS that I use that I was talking about before. That one's also a good one.
Used for a long time.
Audacity is good, but you can't make beats on Audacity.
Right.
But in terms of actual like recording, it's better than most paid ones for that.
Yeah.
Fact.
So what was I gonna say? Oh, Curtis King, what he would do, like he said in like one of his live streams, I'm pretty sure, like he said that he would get rappers to come over, right? He would produce and like mix and master for them, and he would have literally like one of those like IT microphones, like the headsets that go like that. He would hang that from like a little mic stand, and like he would tell like the rappers like that's the microphone, and they'd be like, what? And they'd be like, no, trust me, like it's good. It's like I got this, and it would come out pretty good. It would come out decent, and like he literally used an IT microphone. Like obviously that would look like. I'm sure if you paid somebody and you went into their studio and you saw that, you probably would be like, this guy, what is this guy doing? Right.
100%.
Right. But, it's really about the knowledge and like, what you know how to do with it, like, or what you know to do with it.
Yeah, that's true. I think for, they were talking about Cakewalk. So Arena dos Hogos said that Cakewalk is very complete, but tutorials are scarce. So I think whatever free program has the most tutorials is the best because you can learn the most from it. Yeah. So wherever you can learn most, I guess. And the Rock Band mic, yes, it is amazing. Use it too. You know it. You know what it is, bro.
So
it's awesome.
Justin said, "Yo." So hi, Justin. Thank you for joining.
Hi, Justin.
Yeah.
Hello, Justin.
Tim, thank you for sharing the stream on your social media. I really appreciate that. Yep, it means a lot to me. So thank you so much. I appreciate your support, Tim. Thank you for helping me get Animal Crossing in Walmart.
Yeah, see you, Tim. Have a good one.
Yeah. See you, Tim. Yeah, thank you so much for joining.
Also, I want to add a quick disclaimer in there. For artists, I would not recommend paying for studio time. Pretty much ever. There's I don't see the reason, you know. You can buy all the equipment for much cheaper and have it forever, you know.
Right.
I can't imagine, and Russ always talks about it, and it's like having a basketball court in your backyard when you're trying to be a basketball player. You can practice whenever you want. You know, at the studio time, you might not always be able to book it or whatever, or go as much as you'd like because it's too expensive.
And the thing, the whole virus thing that's happened too.
Yeah.
Nobody can go to the studio right now, and the people that rely on that are kind of screwed because it's well, what am I supposed to do now? You know.
Yeah, I mean, I could not have released over 100 songs up until this point right now if I was paying for studio time because I wouldn't have the money. Also, I wouldn't have had the confidence to start going for a long time. It would have taken me a minute to build that up itself.
Yeah.
But just being here, I can work on myself, be as loud as I want, try different things. I can take my time instead of a lot of people when they go to the studio, sometimes they'll write the song before and then go in and record it. But some people just try to write it and record it in the studio and just here I'm able to express myself however I'd like, try a bunch of different things. And I just think there's a point where studios, come in handy, but I don't think most people don't need studios.
Right.
Well, back in the day, they would use studios as a form of marketing. When you go to the studios, you see other people that are, artists too. And some recording labels will go to the studio sometimes to scout for good talent.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's all on social media, so I don't really see the. Hello, Alejandro. How are you? Yeah. I mean, also having a sense of just everything being right by you, and just you controlling your surroundings. That gives you more power as an artist.
I advocate a lot for being an independent artist, as in learning everything yourself. Me personally, I do everything myself. I record my videos, edit my videos, do the thumbnails. I do my own music. I mix and master my own music. I make my cover arts for my music. My music videos, I do my freaking music videos by myself. Whenever I have any sort of thing that I have to do, it's always just by myself because I know for a fact if I can rely on anybody to get something done, it's gonna be me. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons why I'm just constantly trying to improve the things that I do and with the whole, I said before, the whole virus things, a lot of people are out of the studio, can't make any music right now because they weren't able to do it but themselves in the first place. And it's I think it's you have a big advantage against other people being able to do something yourself because then you can do everything on your own time, and most of the time you'll do it faster than when somebody does it for you because if you send your song to get mixed by a professional, they're not going to care about it as much as you care about it because it's your song and you're going to care no matter what, you're going to care more than they do. So it might take them a month, 2 months to get back to you, but they doing it yourself, you would be able to get it back in time. Russ says it in his book too. He needed a music video done for Goodbye, I think it was, or something, one of the videos. And the guy that was supposed to do the video was yeah, I'll do it in 4 weeks, in 4 weeks we can get it. And they're nah, we need the video now. So they just they're screw it, they bought a camera, made the video, posted it out literally the day after. And that's the platinum. That music video went platinum, and it was literally recorded by Russ and his friend Boogus, So it's being able to rely on yourself, like, you know, that's one of the biggest superpowers you can have. But I will say though, you can go further with a team. If you have like people to help you out, you'll definitely be going further when you have the support of others. And that's one of the things I want to do.
A team is adding talent.
Right.
Whereas like relying on someone is subtracting yourself and putting them where you know.
Right, exactly.
Like, with friends, like we're all multiplying. Like Adriel releases something, and I'm like, oh no, I want to do better. You know, like I want to, you know, it pushes me to go forward and stuff like that.
Right. Exactly. So, you know, there's a huge advantage to being able to rely on yourself. Someone said, can you do some song reactions sometime?
Yeah, Angel.
Yeah. Not this live stream, but that's a good idea for future live streams. I don't know if you could get flagged by that, but
so with live streams, you can get copyright claims, so they'll have claims to the ads on the video.
Yeah.
So you can't monetize the stream, but you can play usually. Because back in the day, like I would get like 20 copyright claims a video, but like nothing ever happened.
Right.
You know, not per video, per live stream. I'm sorry. One of my live streams had 36 copyright claims because I was just playing house music, but nothing ever happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah, because the copyright claim is different from copyright strike.
So like they just claim what's theirs and you know
make the money from it. Yeah. So
I was saying that I had an idea for Prez actually.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Because he was saying that he wanted to do YouTube, right?
Right.
But you're really passionate about YouTube, so like if you could do like videos where you talk about like let's say J. Cole or you know there's like those news ones. Like you won't do news, but like you can like make videos about like artists and stuff like that because then people will watch and then they'll be like this guy knows what he's talking about but he's also an artist so I'm going to check out his stuff. That's also because you're passionate about it. So,
that's not a bad idea. Like kind of like reviews and stuff like that.
Reviews,
it's a good idea.
Something happens and you're like, yo, here's my opinion, I'm going to break it down for y'all.
One thing
I could do that.
One thing I will say about YouTube is putting your personality in the forefront, because that's something I just started doing, is like, you know, being more myself in my videos. Because back then I used to focus, like if you look at my old tutorials, they're very formal, and like, you know, the way I explain things were very like, you know, like if I was teaching, like if I'm a teacher. But like the thing about that is that, you know, not showing my personality and just basing like making content. Like, you know, okay, how do I explain this? So when I made content before, I was focused more on the content than myself, right? So people were watching me for my content and not for me. But now I'm trying to switch it up so that people are starting to watch my content for me instead of what I'm teaching, because, you know, there's more of my personality in there, and it's being received well. People are like, you know, like I'm like, I laughed a lot in your video, you know, or like, you know, you're one of my, like, you have much more. There was one person that said you have much more personality than like other YouTubers that I watch, you know, and that makes me feel good. But like just the fact that like I have the personality there, like people will come back to see me just for me, you know. And if in the future, like, my goal isn't to be an FL Studio tutorialist, you know, because like, you know, I want to take over the world, you know, like, you know, I want to be able to like spread my music further than just FL Studio people and people that are in FL Studio. And that's a lot easier to do if people are following me from FL Studio just because they like my personality. Because if I break off from FL Studio and start doing something else, which, you know, like I said, I have that announcement that I want to make, which is going to be something around the lines of that, you know. Like, if I break off into something else, like, they're gonna more than likely watch my other stuff because they like the fact that it's from me, you know, and like it's like me talking in the videos no matter what, you know. So like, and if you're gonna be doing YouTube, I would say, like, I would highly suggest putting your personality in the forefront of your content, you know.
Like they say with like Twitch streamers, because it's the most saturated content. Like Twitch is the most saturated place, like for a streamer, like for a small streamer, to go from 0 viewers to like above that, you have to do a ridiculous amount of things, you know. So they say that the number one thing is personality, you know. people, good YouTubers or good streamers that all have good personalities. You know, that's one of the best things they could do. Cause like for your headphone video, I didn't really care about the headphones. I was just looking at Adriel's video.
Right.
I didn't care about the headphones.
Say that.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
I mean, I
still like the content, but
yeah, but it's because I like Adriel that I wanted to watch it, and then I watch it and I get some good giggles.
Thank you, man.
I
appreciate that.
Too long.
Right, they're too long. Right. Yeah. And like that's the thing, like, and that's another thing too. Like with my YouTube, I can't say that this is the reason why my YouTube like has grown a lot, but like the fact that I'm, like I said before, I'm constantly promoting myself. I'm constantly telling people subscribe, like, yeah, like let's fill the wall. Like, wait, I have a goal, like, and I want to involve people in that goal, and doing that, right. Yeah. And like, I think like doing that stuff too has helped a lot with my channel. I don't know for like 100%, but I have a hunch that like it helps a lot because, I started doing that a month ago and I started posting more consistently too. Like there's a lot of stuff that just started changing and we've seen improvement. 1,000, I said this many times, 1,000 in the last 28 days. That's a big feat, and like it keeps going and going. So
and your branding, like always, the talking about the play button, and then the show your genius thing and all that branding, it's like familiar, and no matter how minuscule it is, like you coming up with a different way to reference that wall every single video, like it makes, I'm excited to see what the little skit is, how the little joke goes around,
like what is it this time, what's on the wall this time.
Someone watches your tutorial like now, and they see a similar tutorial around the same time, like a year ago or 2 years from now. Like if they see that intro, they'll be like, "Oh, I remember I watched this guy's video before," So you have that established like personality that people won't forget.
Exactly.
And even when people see your old videos and they're like, "This guy was talking about 100,000 subscribers. He's at 500,000 now." Like that's gonna be crazy.
Right, dude. One of my videos, I think it's the video that I used Lost in Love as an example, right? Mm-hmm. That video has like, I think 20,000 views right now, and in that video I said that I just reached 400 subscribers, and like which is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, my first rap was when I hit 200 subscribers. I made a 200 subscriber rap. It was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I haven't heard that.
My first English class. It was also for an English project. It was like make a poem about something that you like. You can make a video about it too. So I made that with Lucas. Mm-hmm. It was a feature song.
That's cool.
The peak of my musical career, because that's where it started.
All right. Okay, let's see. So, I'm trying to
get feedback on my music. Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah,
mixing and recording is definitely hard, even for me. Even for me, it's one of the hardest things for me. Yeah.
Yeah. So Angel said, you guys got any tips on growth on SoundCloud or just growth and exposure in general? Yes. I mean, what we were saying is a good tip, but I know you're more familiar in the SoundCloud world, Prez, because that's what you did for a long time. But I would say that like but with what I'm doing and what with you did, like it's very it's very similar. Like the strategies of growing on any social media platform, I'd say, is really similar. So you can talk about it really quick because you know more about SoundCloud than I do. But like then I'll put in my input in the mod too. You can put in your stuff too. So so what do you say about SoundCloud though?
I'm sorry, it totally just cut out, so I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, really?
But, so I know we're talking about
SoundCloud. Boom, go.
Okay. Well, with SoundCloud, I think the biggest thing is like the community aspect. So, I would say in SoundCloud, what I used to do is they give you like they give you like a weekly playlist and a daily playlist. I forget the names of them now, but they give you those. And what I used to do is go through each and every one of them. I would only listen to the whole song if I was enjoying it. But I'd at least, listen to a little bit, get the vibe of the song, like it, repost it if I really liked it, comment something like actually about the song. Like, don't just say, dope song, bro, check me out. I would say, wow, that bar was really cool. I really like this flow right here. And then, sometimes I DM the person, and I talk to them a little bit in there. But at no point ever say, check out my music, because they're going to check out your music. Like Adriel said, if they vibe with you as a person, you know what I'm saying? If they vibe with you as a person, they are going to check out your music. Exactly. And sometimes just, being kind, like just saying, hey, that was a nice melody. They're going to be like, oh, thank you so much. Let me check out your stuff. So I think that is the biggest thing, and just, DMing people, responding to every single comment on each one of your tracks. A big thing right now that I want to say is I would get on Audio Mac, so look it up. I would get on Audio Mac. There's tons of like playlists coming out of it. It's like SoundCloud, but it's less saturated. It's totally free to creators, because SoundCloud, you have to pay once you get to a certain amount of space.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of playlists that they're doing, and you can email all of these people to get submit to the playlist. You can submit to get your song trending on Audio Mac, and they actually listen to the submissions. There's they're doing a lot for artists right now, and it's tied in heavily with DJ Booth, which is a blog, a hip hop blog. So I would say get on Audio Mac. That's important right now, and just research playlists and stuff through that.
Right.
Those are my things.
Yeah, and what you were saying about like the that commenting on other people's like SoundCloud and stuff like that, like that's what I was talking about before about personality in the forefront. People find your personality first, and they get interested in that because you're actually like reaching out. And one thing about that now too is that you actually have an excuse right now to reach out to people, because there's something the whole virus that's going on. Mm-hmm. Like people are, there's people that are like, struggling right now. So being able to just come and be like, yo, like, like I really like this bar, like you said, like hope you're doing well, or hope you're staying safe, like, just like saying something like that, that gives you a reason to talk to people, like, cause like I was talking to TJ a while ago, right, and we were talking about this because he was saying like how like to grow on Instagram, you message people, you're like constantly talking to people, right? Like, and that's how you grow, like just literally just talking. And like I've done that before, and I've seen that happen too, but I'm not focused on that. I'm more focused on YouTube than I am with Instagram. But like leaving comments and stuff like that, being everywhere, like, and talking to people, but like you said, genuinely talking to people, like that might be overwhelming at first, because you're like, oh gosh, like 100 people had like, should I really message 100 people in one day? And it's like how are they, like, doesn't that seem a little weird? It like sliding into somebody's DMs and saying like, yo, I hope you're doing well, some random stranger, like, isn't that a little weird? And it's like TJ was like, well, you have a reason to do it, you have an excuse to do it right now because of the stuff that's going on. And like it some people, yeah, sure, some people might find it creepy, some people might find it weird, and they might block you or something, but other people will like think of it like, hey, this guy's just reaching out, like, I like, like, thank you for that, like, because people react to kindness, like, like that's attractive, like kindness is attractive. So it's like if you act nice to somebody, they'll be kind to you too. And I've done that before. Like I like I said, I did that on Instagram once, and I've made a couple followers that way, that actually listen to my music and stuff, just because I've commented on some of their posts, like there's this one girl that like I searched up the hashtag John Bellion, right? So like hashtag John Bellion, went to look through these posts and stuff, and like there's one girl that posted about John Bellion, right? And like it was just a selfie, but like she used like one of the lyrics of John Bellion's songs like in her description, or in her right. So then she put all the hashtags, and John Bellion was one of them. That's how I found her. So I commented like yo, like I love that John Bellion verse, like that's such a good verse, like, and I was just talking about like that's such like a nice line, and she was like haha, like, like I love it too, like, maybe we should follow each other. I'm like, definitely. So like she followed me, I followed her back, and like she's an avid John Bellion listen, like she listens to John Bellion all the time, and like, I listen to John Bellion all the time, like I love John Bellion. He's like one of my biggest inspirations. So like, I wouldn't say that my songs are similar to his, like, because we have different vibes, but like, I feel like somebody that likes John Bellion could get into my music, because that's one of my biggest inspirations. And like, you know, there's some you can see some of that in my songs. And like, you know, so because I was there though to like reach out and say like this is a cool lyric, she like was interested in what I was doing. She saw like, and I have my music on my, you know, my stuff. Like I don't keep like, it's not pretty obvious I make music. So she saw that, and when I have new songs that come out, she's one of the people that always likes my pictures about like my new songs and stuff. So, you know, that's like, again, that's the thing. Like that's only one person. There's been multiple people that have like done that, and like, you know, and the thing is, when you do it on such a large scale, like I said, 100 people a day, you doing that too, like you're gonna get a lot of people coming in. Yeah, and like eventually it'll get to a point where you don't even have to do it anymore, because Instagram sees how big you are, because there's an algorithm to every social media, and you have to figure out the algorithm, right? You know, because to really expand on your stuff. So the more you get engagement you get on your profile, the more Instagram's gonna push you out, and then eventually you won't have to do that stuff, because Instagram will be showing you to more people naturally. You know, and it's the same thing with YouTube too. Like people will like comment on other people's videos all over the place, and you'll see a lot of the same people on TikTok specifically. There's one guy that I always see comments on people's things on TikTok, and like everybody knows him because he's just present everywhere, you know. And being able to do that stuff, you know what? I commented on a VAT-19 video, completely unrelated to music whatsoever, but it got top comment, and somebody checked out one of my songs, and they said, literally they commented on one of my songs saying, I found you through a VAT-19 comment, and he's like I'm so glad I did, I love your music. And it's like things like that, like being interactive, you know, like people, you catch people's attention like that, and it's like, you know, community is a big part of it.
There's a YouTuber that said that like she, like a lot of her following were from top comments that she got on big YouTubers. So she just had comment on big YouTubers, you know, all the time, just for the chance to try to get a top comment. But yeah, I think that social media marketing, especially if you're a creative, is just trying to be genuine and make friends. If you make friends, that's a long-lasting fan, you know, and you'll be a fan of their work too. But that's long-lasting. They won't let you go after you follow them, you know. So
yeah,
it's genuine. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we're talking about just having conversations with people. Like, you don't want to think about it as having a conversation with a fan or a potential fan. You want to think about it as just having a conversation with, you know, a person, just talking about life, talking about whatever.
Exactly.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
like people forget that.
Yeah, you can level up, like, I don't mean to say it, like, this is gonna sound weird when I say it, but like, there's gonna be casual listeners of your music, there's gonna be fans, there's gonna be super fans, and things that, and like something that can move one person from one level to the next is just talking with them. It's just having conversations with them.
Right.
And you know, I'm not sure how big you guys are on Twitter. In the hip hop community, there's, you know, a bunch of hip hop accounts that tweet about music all the time, and they're, you know, a lot of people interact with them, and they do polls and all sorts of Q&As and stuff like that. A lot of them follow me, and I DM them like once a month, just saying, hey, what's up? Just wanted to check in, or I really like this tweet or whatever. And none of them have unfollowed me, because we have, you know, we just have a connection. We're just talking as people.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It doesn't always have to be like, check out my music, because they will eventually check out your music, because they know that you do it, because they've seen your profile, or your name. Mine is Prez Raps. They know I rap. You know, they don't need me to send them a link. If they wanted to know, they would go to my profile.
Exactly.
That's how I grew on YouTube back in the day. I just made friends, and like some of these guys, like there was one dude that had 1,000, and I was at like 50. So I could have just commented on his video and went, check out my YouTube. No, I went to a stream, and then he was like, bro, your videos are kind of nice. I'm like, oh, thanks. And then we became friends, and then he shouted me out in his video, and I got 100 subs from it. You know,
right.
So yeah, so it's definitely just all about making friends.
Yeah.
As corny as it sounds, it's all about making friends.
Yeah.
You don't need a business marketing course. Just make friends.
Right. But connections is a huge thing. You know, like you one. You
know that. You're so kid friend.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I like, you know, connections is huge, and like, you know, because of that connection that I had with DistroKid, I was able to get on DistroKid's playlist, you know, just because they, you know, they supported my music and stuff. And like, that was cool. Like, and like, just the fact of having like you said, like those connections and stuff and being like nice to people in general, like more opportunities are going to come up. The reason why I got my first like performance that we were talking about before, when we were talking about performance, is because a friend of mine, like from school, was like, hey, like somebody needs to be perform at this place, like, and I know you make music and stuff, would you like to perform? And it's like, you know, that happens a lot more, but like the more and more you make friends and the more you grow, the bigger and bigger those opportunities are going to be, you know? And then like just to like expand, because like we're talking about like the community aspect of like growing your fan base, but then there's also the content aspect of it, because it's like you can grow a lot by like, you know, talking to the people that like, you know, that interact with your content. But if you don't have content there in the first place, how are you going to expect to grow that, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's another thing about being consistent as well. And that's the thing that I struggle with. Like you release music constantly.
Yeah.
You know, like you're always
Crazy,
releasing
dude.
songs, right? And like, you know, when you were doing, because I know you don't focus on SoundCloud as much anymore, but when you were on SoundCloud doing all that stuff, like, you know, you had a lot of streams going out on your songs, and you were always posting new songs, you know, which is pretty crazy. And like me, like I just started posting more on YouTube and stuff like that, and I try to reply to as many comments as I can, but like, you know, now like it's like I wouldn't say I slack off a little bit on it, but it's just like I'm doing so much stuff and there's so many comments that it's like a little harder to like get to, you know, it's getting harder and harder and harder, but I still get to them, you know. And like just showing the fact that I interact with the people that comment on my stuff, and I actually care about those people, but also the fact that I'm posting consistently, like, you know, more and more and more, like that's gonna grow my audience a lot. And, you know, like I said, like eventually there's gonna be a point where I don't like even if I don't comment, YouTube's algorithm is gonna push me out there, because like they see that I'm like, you know, I done the work, you know.
Day One Beats. How are you, sir?
Yo, what's good, bros? Thank you for joining Day One Beats. I appreciate that. And Gabriel, my brother Gabe, he was saying that's how he found Rylus, was from a comment on YouTube. Like Rylus is this rapper. He's like he's from France actually, but like, and like a lot of his following is from France, but like, you know, he raps in English, and like he commented on a Russ video, right? Russ's music video, and my brother saw his comment and he clicked on his YouTube channel because he was interested, and then he listened, like Rylus had music on there, and he listened to Rylus through a YouTube comment. And now he loves Rylus. Like Rylus is one of his favorite rappers. And actually, I really like Rylus too. Rylus is really cool, you know. So you probably haven't listened to Rylus before, Prez. I don't think you have. But yeah, Rylus is a good one. Like look at Rylus. I think you're gonna really like his music. And like yeah, so like that's the fact of being in front of people is a good thing, you know.
Yeah. Do you guys know Day?
Yeah, David, right? Day the Official?
Yeah.
Is that him? Day One Beats?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, yo, what's up,
I didn't even
David?
know he had YouTube.
I didn't know that either, because I'm used to seeing Day the Official. But no, Day One Beats. All right, I see. Yo, what's up, dude? Thank you for joining. Let's see. Vera said that's actually how I found Adriel, was through TikTok. Yeah, I know. And I haven't posted TikTok content in a while, but people did find me through TikTok. And it's because of TikTok that I have like over 1,000 followers on Instagram, because a meme page posted my stuff, and then people follow me through that meme page. It's crazy how things just work out, you know? And it's like I wasn't even trying to get on a meme page, but a meme page ended up helping me get over 1,000 followers on Instagram, which is cool. So
but the content thing you were talking about, I think that's why I'm not focusing on marketing right now, because I'm like, I gotta make good content, and then I'm gonna start marketing. You know?
Right.
I don't want to market where I am now, where there's like, you know, just only a couple videos, and they're sporadic and all over the place. You know.
Yeah. So are we allowed to get feedback on music? Right now, we're not doing any music feedback, but in the future we might do that. Spectrum says, personality is key for YouTube. I never really had good views for a while, but the moment I started doing reactions, especially my reactions Prez's song Status, my views went more positive. Everyone has a perfect personality for YouTube, but you have to find where that personality fits into, which community you fit in with. Exactly. Great way of putting it, yeah. And I love your reactions. I love watching your... Actually, Spectrum, dude, I don't know if I told you this, but like whenever you post a reaction like of like Prez's songs, like or like my songs, like me and my family, we sit down and watch it on the TV. We watch your reaction on the TV, you know, as a family together. Yeah, because it's just we like watching you react to stuff, dude. You know, and it's like it's good, and like you know, like you said, it's about finding your personality and stuff. So
I definitely I love making skits, and I feel like I'd be good at making skits because I have so many skit ideas. I have a Google Doc full of a bunch of skits.
Yeah.
So I might do that. Touching on that, like
right. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe on my Instagram, I'll just post skits.
On your Instagram.
Yeah. I was thinking about making a skit where like I put a bunch of like tennis gear on and like I'm about to go but I'm inside. So then as soon as I swing, all of a sudden it turns into a Wii remote and I start playing Wii tennis.
I get what you're saying.
Quarantine got me like, you know.
Right. It's a good idea. Yeah. So, when it comes to questions, I think we blew through all the questions now. Let's see.
Let's ask each other questions.
Ask each
other. It's been 4 hours though.
Yeah, we've been streaming for a while now, and I'm gonna say that it's probably like about time to wrap it up, right? Because it's like over 2 hours long. It's been a while, but
I need to pee.
Before we go, so like what I was talking about, my announcement thing, right? So we didn't
announcement. Oh my god, bro, go.
Right. Turn it up a little bit.
Right. So we didn't hit 18 viewers. I mean, I think we hit 18 viewers at one point, but that was before I told people like whatever. Anyway, so my announcement, right? This is an idea that I came up with a while ago, and I was just trying to figure out like how am I gonna right. Thank you. Like
I love it.
I love it.
Woo! All right, bye. End of the live stream. No, but yeah. So this is like an idea that I came up a while ago, and like I was just thinking about how am I gonna make it, and it wasn't until like literally like yesterday or 2 days ago that like me and my brother were talking about the idea, and like you know I kind of like thought like okay yeah I think I know how I would make it now. So basically, you know that I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers, and like this live stream is literally called "Let's Reach 100,000 Subscribers," right? So I'm basically like every day, or not every day, but every YouTube video, I'm like, welcome back to my wall. Let's try to reach 100,000 subscribers, you know? And like I say, like by the end of the year, we're gonna have 100,000 subscribers. Obviously, like right now, I have 8,000, and like in the past month, this is the fourth time I've said it. I gained 1,000 in the last 28 days, and it's growing. It's growing pretty fast. And it's like, so let's document the journey. I have a video coming out every Tuesday and Friday. Why not make those Tuesday videos a specific type of video? So what I'm thinking of doing is creating an entirely like new series. Is basically like, I don't know what I would call it yet. I'm going to come up with the idea soon. But basically documenting the journey from 8,000 to 100,000, right? And like every day, like in every one of those like episodes, I would be saying like, okay guys, like it wouldn't just be me like, hey, let's see how many subscribers I have today. Like I would actually explain like, okay, so this is where I'm at right now. This is what my next step is going to be to get to the next 100 or like, you know, the next 100 subscribers. How am I going to make 100 subscribers today? Or how am I going to do that? You know, like, so I'm actually going to break down like, what am I doing? You know, cause like I'm posting videos and like, you know, I'm growing my channel like in a certain way. Right. And there's a lot of people that follow me that are trying to do the same thing, cause they want to be independent artists, you know, and all of this stuff that I'm doing for my YouTube channel is all part of like my journey becoming an independent artist. So it's like, how can people learn from me like while I'm on this journey, because what they're seeing is the final product of like, you know, what's coming out there, you know, but how can I help people get to that final product, you know, that I'm doing? And it's like, you can teach it after it's done, but I feel like the best way to teach it is while it's happening, because I'm going through a lot of stuff and I'm making mistakes. But like, if I'm documenting it, you'll see the mistakes that I'm making. You'll see the things that I'm doing right. So it's like, you know, why not make that an ever-going thing, a new series, you know, trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, and the series will end once I hit that 100,000, you know, because at first the initial idea was like trying to, like, I wanted to make a documentary of like, how am I going to make 10,000 streams in a year, right? Like trying to get 10,000 streams in a year, right? But the thing is like, you know, that's not something that I'm super focused on yet. And it's like, I don't know that as well as I know YouTube, and the fact that YouTube is growing more, and like 100,000 is a huge number, a huge milestone. I would love to make a documentary like series on that, you know, and like it wouldn't be the usual where I'm just sitting in my room talking to a camera. I would bring the camera to different places, you know, and I would like, you know, you would be like taking a little trip into my life basically of what like I'm doing and like all the strategies I'm doing, because like I have the tutorials that come out.
Filmmaker right here, by the way.
Right. Exactly.
I can take care of that B-roll.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely. I got you. But you know, yeah. Then my brother said, and having a Google Sheets of your analytics for your fan base to see and download for themselves. Like, yeah, I would show my analytics every single like time I make one of those episodes. Like, this is like where I'm at. This is like the things that are projected to go. And, you know, like, and it would be like in the Google Sheets, and it'd be available for everybody to like look at and download. You know, so people can see this stuff real time as it's happening. You know, so it's like you are coming along with me on this journey to get 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. You know. And it's like, how are we going to do it? Well, this is like every single episode would be like, this is what I'm doing today. Like, and this is like why I think this is going to work, you know? And then like maybe, and then like, this is why last week didn't work, you know, like, and things like that, you know, what have I learned? And so like, I want to, and I think I'm going, well, not, I know I'm going to 100%. I'm announcing it for like, you know, like what the heck, but like, I don't know if it's going to come out this Tuesday or next Tuesday, but I got to plan it out. And I'm going to make a series basically about how to get 100,000 subscribers on YouTube and like my journey getting that 100,000. And yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, man. And like that's like that's the goal. So that's going to be a consistent thing going on every Tuesday, right? And basically like that wouldn't end until I reach that 100,000 subscribers. So let's say I reach 100,000 subscribers sooner than I anticipated, the series ends, you know, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't continue with something else similar. You know, if I make if I go 100,000 subscribers, right, finish that series off, who's to say that I can't make another series? Okay, getting my first like 1 million streams on Spotify, you know, or like doing that, you know, and like expanding my artisting. Yeah, because like I said, like people that are following me right now for my tutorials are also trying to be artists at the same time. So like, you know, we're all on the journey. Like overall, we're all on the journey together. You know, it's like nobody has this stuff figured out, right? And it's like, as like if I'm able to help somebody figure out a little better, you know, then like why not do it? Because that's my goal. Yeah. So.
And like from a marketing standpoint, like viewers are selfish. Like they go, like, you know what I mean, like they'll click on videos that will help them, you know, like how to do this or how you can do this, which is good because so if you do that, like people are gonna want to watch it because it has a lot of value to them, you know, like they're gonna want to keep watching it too to keep up with it so that they can learn more and learn ways how to do it. Like tutorials on how to get big on YouTube. There's a lot of them, and they all have so many views because everybody wants to know.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that's very good.
So
and
like
it'll be transparent.
Right.
So
and that's why I was saying before too, like, you know, like I'm trying to stem off from just being a tutorialist to like, you know, being a personality because like I want people to know who I am and like, you know, listen to my music because they love the person I am and the music that I make. You know, so stemming off from like the whole like FL Studio tutorials, I'm not going to stop posting tutorials while I'm doing this thing. I'm still going to be posting tutorials like every Friday, you know, but like because I'm putting my personality more in the forefront of my content when it comes to getting 100,000 subscribers. Now that's something that not only can people that are making music learn from, but people that are trying to do other things with their YouTube channel learn from as well. Because like, you know, it's like, it's content that'll reach more people. And like I said, I'm trying to take over the world, bro. But like not really, but you know what I'm saying.
Europe is ours.
Right. I'm trying to like grow as much as I can, you know, and you're only limited. Like you're limited if you're just trying to be in one niche, you know. So like I guess you can say the niche of my content, like it's all music based.
Spectrum.
Right. Oh, Spectrum's leaving. See the Spectrum. Thank you for joining. But like
I have live streamer instincts from back when I was like live streaming.
Right.
So like it's there. It's still there.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, but like, yeah, I was talking to this with my brother. Like, this is why, like, you know, like I'm saying all this stuff. It's like the fact that like I'm gonna be posting content that other people that aren't only doing music can see and are actually going to be interested in watching. It's gonna expand me to past the whole FL Studio fan base, you know, because there's only so many people that use FL Studio, right? Because there's a lot of people that make music production, but then there's like, you know, only so many people that use FL Studio. So it's like, you know, I'm expanding, and like, you know, like eventually, you know, I want to be able to you know, spread my music to more people than just the people that listen to, like, or that just watch, you know, FL Studio tutorials and stuff like that. So, you know, that's my goal with that. And like it's still gonna have the same vibe as like most of my videos are gonna have, you know, because it's gonna be me and it's gonna be me being the goofy self that I am, you know. And like, but the thing is, it's gonna be about different content now, you know, and it's still like it's something that people can learn from that watch my YouTube channel. Yeah. So I'm excited to do that, you know, and see that happen. So let's do it.
Yeah. And like, if you're searching up videos how to get better sound in FL Studio or something like that, most likely you also would like to know how to grow as an artist.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It comes one and the same.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And then people that have YouTube channels that are trying to just grow them, like let's say they're makeup artists, right? But like you're still trying to grow your channel anyway. So like road to 100,000 subscribers, like, you know, you're gonna find benefit in that too. Even if it's not music, you're still doing content, you're still making content, and it's still something that you're gonna want to, you know, grow. And even people that don't want to grow the channels, like that's just something interesting to watch, seeing somebody come up on their journey,
like,
you know,
progression.
Right, exactly. So that's the goal with that.
I need those videos.
Awesome.
I'm excited to make them.
I need to go from 200 something to 1,000, hopefully.
Yeah, and by all means, if you want to do like a similar thing to that too, like go ahead, you know, like because I'd like to see your guys' journey.
Yeah, I'll probably. I don't know. Me?
But yeah.
I don't know.
All right, but
I feel like it's cool because you're gonna conquer the world, but like I'm like going from like 200 to 1,000 right now.
Right.
So when I get to like Napoleon world conquering mode, then that'll
right.
100,000 isn't conquering the world either.
I know, exactly. 100,000 in the span of the global population, like 7 billion people live on this earth. Like 1% of 7 billion is over a million, you know.
The top 1%.
So it's like 100,000 is barely anything, you know.
Yeah, I mean, everybody starts a YouTube channel from zero, so everybody wants to know how to get to 1,000.
Right, exactly. There you go. How do you even get to that first 1,000? How do you get to the first 100? For like, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, right. I've definitely watched videos on that, on how to get to the first 1,000, and I watched videos on how to get to the first 100.
Yeah, exactly. And my brother said like it also reaches the whole YouTube community. So, and then my uncle said, "Is that website out?" Yeah, dude, Junior, it's out. AdrioVera.com, my beat store. Yep. Oh yeah.
The videos are always by like super big people. What you were saying, like it's cooler to do it during the process,
right?
Because like, you know, when I see somebody with 3 million subscribers talk about their first 100 subscribers, it's like, do you even remember it? Well,
right, exactly.
That was years ago.
And it's
You're
just
not qualified.
Yeah. And it's just it's a cool thing to look back on too, because I look at my old YouTube videos, dude, like I sound different, I freaking look different, like my hair was shorter, I didn't have any facial hair back then, like, you know, and like my demeanor is just a lot different too, you know, so it's cool seeing yourself grow in the process, like as a person, and like being able to document that, even though it's going to be really good for content, and like, you know, that on its own is going to be growing my channel, you know, to 100,000, so that's going to be good for that, but it's also going to be really cool when in the future, when I look back on that you know, that video series.
Sure.
So that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I'm excited to see what happens.
Thank you, me too. But yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to add, like, you know, before we end off the live stream, because I say this is a good place to stop around.
Yeah, good place for me to go pee.
Yeah, just check out my social media. Check out their social medias.
I got your guys' links in the description, so if you want to check them out, make sure you check them out. Links in the description. But also, I have my Discord that is up here. If you guys can also join. Most important, right? But like after this, I'm gonna use the bathroom probably, eat some food, and then I'll get I'll get on the Discord and start like responding to people. So but yeah, make sure you check out their social media, the Discord, my beat store, adrielrivera.com. If you guys want some high quality beats, I always post super high quality beats that I will use myself on my beat store. So feel free to check it out, adrielrivera.com. And also, I feel like there's one more thing I wanted to say. I am not sure. But you know what I do want to say? You want to say it with me, guys? The
what is it?
Don't be afraid to show your genius. That I want you to say it with me. I know this is a little awkward.
All right.
But say it with me. Come on. All okay, right. So you ready? You ready? Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Don't be afraid to show your genius.
Show your genius.
Man, this that was terrible. All right. Well, it's all right. All right. See you guys.
Adios, everyone.
Thank you for joining, guys. I appreciate it. Don't be afraid to show your genius.